All right, team. Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. Today, it is Thursday, January 16th. We got a lot of movers today. I'm assuming it's mostly from earnings. I do believe we're in earnings season right now, but we do have a lot of gappers, a lot of stuff on my watch list today, and it should be a fun day to get into some trades. And so let's take a look at what we got today. All right, guys. I tried to pick out some new music. Let me know what you guys think. I tried to pick out some good beats to listen to in the morning. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. What's up, Jeffrey? What's up, Nigel? What's up, Flat World? What's up, team? Good morning, guys. All right. Yeah. So let's take a look at some of this stuff real quick. So we got MNI here, gapping up from 43 cents all the way to $1.38. And so, yeah, pretty big gap up here for MNI. We'll see what happens with it. Like I said, this one's gapping up from 43 cents, 44 cents when you round up. So yeah, it's at 139 now. Looks interesting. It's worth a watch for sure. We also have LK popping off here. Luckin Coffee gapping up from 45.13 to 47.01. That one looks good too. We got CETX popping off here again from 182 to 288. So this one looks good. It's gapping up almost $1. Or no, a little bit over $1 actually. I'm sorry, about $1.06. And so yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. This one looks interesting for sure. I might look for some put options. It just depends on if I could find any favorable ones that look like a safe bet. We also have SIG, Signet Jewelry, gapping up here from 2140s all the way to 2714, basically 2150 to 2714. So a pretty big percentage gap up. This is like a what? This is like a 28% gap up. Not bad. Looks good. So a pretty huge gap up. I'm assuming on positive earnings here for SIG. So we'll watch it. Keep an eye on it. We got XPO as well, gapping up here from $82.82 all the way to $98.76 for XPO. And so we'll see what happens with that one too. We have MS here, gapping up some Morgan Stanley bank stocks moving. So the bank stocks are popping off. That one looks interesting as well. We also have mRNA here. mRNA gapping up from 2024 to 2175. Looks good. We got SIVT or SAVE, SAVE gapping up. We have IRBT gapping up. We have LK again. We got YNDX. That's moving some. And so yeah, we got some options here. And then in the gap down world, we got QD. We got ADAP. We have Tesla, big gap down here for Tesla. Finally, it's pulling back some under $5. And then we got a few other ones that look slightly interesting. I'm not really in love with them. There's not that much volume with the rest of them. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens. Not a bad market day, team. Let me know what you're watching, and, hopefully we'll find some good stuff. What's up, Vladimir? What's up, Ralph? What's up, bro? All right, guys. But, yeah, that's what we're watching today. I might move this over here so you guys can see those scanners if you need to. But yeah, that's what we're looking at today, guys. And it's not a bad market day. We got BYND that's making some moves here as well. BYND is back over $100. BYND is now at 110. So it doesn't look bad. It looks interesting here. Let's see. So yeah, BYND is up to 110.50. right now on the level 2. So not too bad here for BYND as well. Just to show you this chart really quick, BYND is popping off some this morning as well. And I think we're, like I said, I think we're in the midst of earnings season. And so I think that's what's really going down with a lot of these stocks. What's up, Mr. K? BYND, Apple, and ACB. So you got fake meat, you got Apple, and you got cannabis. I like it, man. I like it. Let's see what else we got. What's the cannabis market doing, man? I haven't really taken a look at it that much. CGC, all right, not that much volume. ACB, same thing with like Cron, CGC, TLRY, you know, the other cannabis stocks. Maybe worth a watch. We'll watch them, you know. I always tend to watch them and trade them if I can. Although I haven't had the best results with cannabis stocks lately. Not the best results with cannabis stocks. Just not super favorable moves for me, at least. And so we'll see what we get. I'll still watch them though. And if they set up again, like I went over in my last video, the strategies that have really been working for me are the VWAP bounce, obviously, but kind of like the fake out bounce and then the fake out fade. Those two have been very, very profitable. The conventional fade is kind of a coin flip, I think, right now, and the VWAP bounce is a little bit better than a coin flip, I think, but it has to have some indicators like pre-market support right around where the VWAP is, opening range high that is very self-evident, so you can risk off of that, and then you have to have a cross over the VWAP right at the open, a red to green at the open. And I think when you have those three together specifically for a VWAP bounce, it's an extremely high percentage play. Of course, it's not going to work 100% of the time, but it works well enough to profit from for sure. And yeah, so that's what I've been doing lately. Another thing is also I gotta wait a little bit longer in the day. Yesterday I did really well, and that's mostly because I waited to take my swings, my big swings later on in the morning. I gotta slow down a little bit. I'm so used to trading that first hour that even though I haven't had super favorable results in that first hour, I keep kind of trading it, and I think I really need to push back and let Mitch kind of just be the one that trades that first hour, because Mitch, and I'll just pull his screen up at the open so you can watch him trade the first hour, because I just haven't had super favorable results doing so, and I just have to go with what my stats show. Again, like if we look at my TraderView stats, and I uploaded these the other day live, so I uploaded these live. But yeah, I mean, if you look at my TraderView stats, it's not terrible, but like especially like if we just go from the beginning of January onward, my accuracy is really not that great. You know, my accuracy is what, 56%, you know. My largest gain and largest loss is okay. My average losing trade is actually bigger than my average winning trade. So I've been in a little slump since January started here, and I haven't been doing that well. And so, you know, this is something to consider. I have a little bit of a profit factor, but I've been kind of a break-even trader. You know, you can see my stats here since January started, you know. About a little bit higher than 50% accuracy and a little bit of profit, but after commissions it's not much. So I've been in a little bit of a slump lately with that. What's up, Jay? What's up, man? Alright guys, we can start looking up some news in a minute. So who's all excited for Conor versus Cerrone? Also guys, there it goes. I don't know why my OBS just disconnects, man. Just no reason. Just disconnected. Sorry, guys. I'm still here. I don't know why. My OBS just disconnected like that. At least nobody left. Everything good? Let me get a check here. Everything good? Stream working fine, guys? Because my OBS just disconnected for a minute. I think I'm back though. I'm pretty sure I'm back, but yeah, I don't know what's going down with that. That's weird. Buddy, stay over there. Don't come on stream. No, 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 no. You can't come on stream, buddy. Here, no, I can't play that, and you can't bring that by me, buddy. Okay? Thank you. Sorry, my son's trying to get me to play Sonic with him, but I can't. Trade options, Mr. K. Alright, I'm good. I'm back. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Yeah, trade options. Alright, we got Mitch in here. Let me drag Mitch in here real quick. I've been trading options lately. I'm holding like 6 options right now. Yo, what's up, Mitch? Alright. But yeah, guys, so we can start looking up some news in a minute. There we go. Alright, guys. Let me get this audio straight so we can actually hear Mitch. There we go. Yo, what's up, Mitch? You there, bro? There we go. Had to fix my green screen a little bit. Alright, guys. Alright, guys, let's do this. We're gonna start looking up some news, team. Alright, guys, what's up, team? Alright, let's do this. We're gonna start looking up some news. The first one today is MNI. MNI is the one we're gonna start looking up here.
Good morning.
Oh wait, Carol.
Everybody.
Hey, what's up, dude? Y'all leaving? Okay. Hey, buddy, come give me a hug. I love you, okay?
I love you too.
Have a good day at school. Alright. Alright, guys. I'm back. Alright, but yeah, first one I'm looking up is MNI, team. MNI looks good, looks solid, gapping up really strong here in pre-market. Maybe looking to buy a put option depending on what this catalyst is. And again, I think we're in the midst of earnings season, if I remember correctly. So this one, the reason MNI here, and again, this one's gapping up pretty big amount from 44 cents roughly all the way to $1.54. The reason this one is up is because it announced it entered into a standstill agreement with the FBGC. So a recent agreement with the FBGC, a standstill agreement. So we'll see what happens with MNI, but that's why it's up. The next one I have is CETX. CETX gapping up from 182 to 288, and this one is up after they authorized a buyback of 2 million shares of common stock and a Series 1 preferred stock over 3 years. So a stock buyback for this one. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to buy a put option on it now. We also have SIG. Just gonna go down this list here. We got SIG, which is Signet Jewelers, gapping up from 21.49 all the way to 28.45. A huge percentage move, roughly 25%, and so a big move here. We'll see what happens with this one as well. Let me see if I can find the news. So yeah, they raised their guidance, and I can delve a little bit deeper into this one. So yeah, this one is up after they raised, they had really good holiday sales, and they also raised their guidance. And so that's what's going down. They put out fourth quarter guidance that doesn't reflect possible litigation settlements. And they also put, for the fourth quarter, and they also put fiscal year 2020 guidance as well. They had an EPS of 344 to 3.523 and a FactSet consensus of well under that at $3.11. And so way better than expected results for SIG. We'll see what happens with it, but it's definitely worth the watch, and it is tradable for us. We also have XPO here. XPO, big gap up here. This is Express One. And the reason this one is up is, let me find, I just had something on it. Okay, yeah, so the reason this one is up is because they reported the exploration of strategic alternatives for one or more business units, including a possible sale or spinoff. So basically, they put out something that said they're exploring strategic alternatives to their business, and they're going to see what they're going to do. Again, possible sale or spinoff is what they said for XPO, and I guess that's causes bullish sentiment with XPO. We'll see what happens with this one as well. We also have today MS, which is Morgan Stanley, bank stock, gapping up pretty big here, and this one is up. This one is up after they put out fourth quarter earnings that beat expectations, and profit and revenue rise well above that expectation. And so pretty good results for MW, for Morgan Stanley, or for MS Morgan Stanley. Bank stock, but yeah, positive EPS and revenue, beat fourth quarter expectations. So good results for Morgan Stanley. We'll see what happens with this one, but this is a very strong stock. I don't have that much experience actually trading the bank stocks, but it's worth a watch, I think, as well. We have mRNA here. Gapping up as well, mRNA, which is Moderna, and this one is up after they announced 2 additional development candidates in the new autoimmune therapeutic areas. So yeah, they basically built on clinical validation of systematic delivery with 2 additional development candidates in their new autoimmune therapy area, whatever that means. But yeah, basically positive results, that had clinical validation is really what went down with this one. And so we'll see what happens with it. See if I can find a little bit more. I guess I could read some of this, but basically I'll break this down really quick with just some some touching points here. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for me to read because it is a biotech stock, and everybody knows these are a little bit more difficult. But I'll go ahead and quote this, and this is from, let me see where this is a huge release. Business Wire. This is from Business Wire, and it says, quote, a clinical stage biotechnology company pioneering messenger RNA, which is mRNA, therapeutics and vaccines to create a new generation of transformative medicines for patients, today announced that it has entered into a new autoimmune therapeutic area. So it's basically branching off into a new area. Building on the clinical validation of systemic delivery of mRNA provided by data from its antibody against a very strange virus program. This new therapeutic area will include autoimmune and inflammatory diseases. And so that's basically the news for mRNA, is that they're breaking into new areas with their biotech stocks or biotech drugs. So they're breaking into new areas that they hadn't been, like basically a different sector of medicine. And that's what's going down for mRNA. And so a lot of people are bullish apparently in this stock as well. We'll see what happens with it after that release. We also have SAVE here. SAVE gapping up from 39.68 all the way to 41.73. and we'll see if we can read what's going down with this one today. So basically, this is all ratings and price targets. So price target was raised to $48 a share by Citigroup. Spirit Airlines is also maintained at a buy rating by Citigroup. So yeah, Citigroup basically adjusted their price target and kept their buy rating with this one. So we'll see what happens. They also put out something yesterday that I'll go ahead and quote this because it's very short, and it's from Dow Jones Newswires, and it says, quote, SAVE, which is Spirit Airlines, expects to report a 16.6% increase in capacity for the fourth quarter, and the airline said in securities filing that it projects a 3.6% decline in total revenue per available seat mile. Economic fuel cost per gallon was estimated at $2.10 compared with the $2.26 a year earlier, so a little bit better. Shares rose 3%. So yeah, that's what's going down with Spirit. We'll see what happens with that one as well, but it's SAVE. We also have Space, Mitch's stock that he was watching. This one is probably up just on overall market sentiment, I think, because the market is definitely up today. But actually, they did file some stuff here yesterday. They named Palermo as their operating chief, and so yeah, they filed an 8K, which is a director, officer, and compensation filing, naming Palermo as the operating chief, and that's the deal with SPCE. We also have YNDX that's moving. Not really that much volume to worth taking a look at, but Luckin Coffee, LK, looks good. We're going to check that one out as well. This one is up after they raised the price target. Let's see if there's a reason for that. Not really seeing any reason for that, but they did raise the price target to $56 a share from $32 by KeyBank, and yeah, we'll see what happens with it. Worth a watch as well. With regard to gap down specifically here, we got QD gapping down, big gap down, big percentage move for QD. And this is a stock that I've seen and been watching for years now. Not really loving investing in it, but whenever the Chinese construction stocks popped off, I think this being a Chinese stock popped off as well. So yeah, this one's down after fiscal year guidance. So yeah, they actually withdrew their fiscal year guidance, and that's the reason QD is down. So it's worth a watch. But yeah, they withdraw their fiscal year 2019 guidance to buy back 500 million shares. Interesting for QD. We'll watch it. We'll see what happens. MYSZ, which is actually a crypto stock, if I remember correctly. Actually, no, this is MySize, which is a stock that is basically like an app on your phone that can measure you through the phone, through your phone's camera. And that's really what MySize, which is MYSD, does. This one used to be a lot more voluminous and volatile, but it's dried up lately. We also have BK, which is the Bank of New York Mellon Corporation. It's down. We can take a look at it. Fourth quarter results, estimate on earnings, they missed on revenue, and that's why BK is down. And I guess that's about it, except for Tesla. We do have this last one that I wanted to look out today, which is Tesla. It's back under $5. Hold on.
What? Tesla under 500?
Yeah,
what?
Man. Yeah.
Who
Tesla
said
down
that?
under 5.
Who said that? I don't know.
Did you say it? Honestly, I didn't hear you if you did, but I'm sure you probably did if you say you did, though.
Bro, I've been calling Tesla to the key for like 5 days now.
Honestly, bro, you should hop on Tesla, man. I used to trade it better and I stopped. Tesla's been no bueno for me lately.
It's just that this account, I don't want to take it. If I had a different account, I would. But
yeah.
This account is just way too small.
So
it was $200. Maybe I trade it, but at that price, it's way too much.
With a 14K account, it's tough, man. But yeah, so basically, Tesla's down because, and this is my last one. So Tesla's down because Morgan Stanley downgraded them. Like, that's what went down. So Morgan Stanley downgraded Tesla. It also says that Tesla's sales staff seeks 15% raise in base pay. And I'll go ahead and read this. It says, quote, Tesla's sales employees are urging the electronic car maker to increase their base pay, pointing to growing responsibilities as the company aggressively expands its operation internationally. They said, quote, we deserve fair and open negotiations, especially now that we are being asked to go through yet another change that is requiring us to do work of what was originally 3 separate people's jobs. The petition addressed the Tesla CEO Elon Musk and chairwoman Robin Denholm said, quote, "I love the idea of working together in a more group-oriented practice, but wish this change came a very slight increase in base pay and a devastating decrease in commission," Brewer said in the petition, end quote. And again, this is from MT Newswire. So yeah, that's the news with Tesla this morning. They had a petition from some of their employees requesting a pay increase. We'll see if Elon blesses them with that. And yeah, with that, I'm done.
Yeah, what's going on, guys? How we doing this morning? But yeah, the Tesla Dragon seemed to have stopped. Really what this is a story of a short squeeze. And finally, just I feel that, yesterday that run into 550 brought them so close to the market cap of being the top car manufacturer in the world. And I just don't think that's really their title there.
Yeah,
they're still valued high, but I don't think they're valued as the best car company in the world. And so really, I think this is kind of more of a market cap issue. Yeah. And just the run is done. And now that the run has really created a high top there, you see the daily chart. You saw that red day, that first red day. This is kind of what we look from parabolic stocks, is for that real big red day. And then now you got that big red day followed by what? Bad news, bad catalyst.
Yep.
And so this is really going to turn the stock around and going to put what we call overhead supply out there. There's going to be a lot of people that are trapped at 530s, 520s. So I think this stock can get above 500 again. But after that, I think this stock is heading towards the 450 price point, maybe 400 in the long term. I called out at the beginning of the year, Tesla ripping through 500 and coming back down to 300. So that's a little boldy move and boldy call, but I could definitely see it happening. So we'll go ahead and take a look. But like always, the important thing to understand in this stock is that it was a short squeeze from the beginning. And no matter what, I mean, at the end of the day, especially a stock that has such a high market cap, it's going to turn back around. It's going to pull back. Is this the end completely? No one will know until today. I think today will be kind of that line in the sand. If we can get back up there to 520s, the stock is still in range to get back up there to 550. But if we can't get up there to 520s today, I think we're going to hit through 500 really hard. And then we'll start making our way to 474. And if we get to 474, I don't think the stock comes back up there, at least for the short term basis.
Yeah, it should be fun. Should be interesting. We got a lot of movers today, man.
Like always, guys, we're not experts. I just strictly tell you guys what I see off the charts and what I see off resistance and support. And also what I try to take in is a lot of the times is a story. Because the story is what matters, guys. I think the story, here was a short squeeze and the story kind of slowing down there. And then now you're getting what? A change of story. People talking about employee payments, people talking about ratings getting downgraded. And this is when the analyst comes in here and downgrades it. And does he really look smart? I mean, really? No, he doesn't. It doesn't take a genius to downgrade Tesla here at 550.
Yeah, it's so up there, man. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So that's really what you also got to think. Analysts, a lot of the times, are what we call late to the move. They view the technicals and they wait till they get extreme confirmation, and then they throw out their analyst view. And that's why I've adjusted to kind of taking that into consideration when I look at ratings. It's not that you can just automatically see an upgrade and think the stock's going up. The upgrade could already be priced in, meaning that the analyst saw the technical breakout, and that's why he's making a call on upgrade. He's not making a call based on a kind of assumption of where the stock is going to go. And I think that's what a lot of people think ratings are, an assumption of where the stock is going to go, not where it is. And a lot of the times you're going to see that ratings are actually where the stock is, not where it's going to go.
Right, exactly. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Music of the Gods. What's up, brother? Welcome to the stream, man. Appreciate the
All
sub.
right,
Like I
guys,
said,
let's start running through some news.
hit that sub button.
Congratulations and welcome, guys. Welcome to the family, guys.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hit that. Man, I'm tongue tied today. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and we'll let Mitch go over his piece now.
Let's see who we got in the live chat today. We got Nigel, Jeffrey, Rael, Mr. K in the house, JJ, Maestro Libra, Emmanuel. We got Sherway One, Jonathan Ryan, of course, in the house, holding it down. That's one of our members right there, guys. You guys see that little green by Jonathan? Don't be jealous. He's part of the family.
You could be one too, you know.
All right, guys. So John already covered Morgan Stanley, so we'll skip Morgan Stanley. Let's go into ACOA. That's AA. AA is trading slightly down today, lower in Wednesday's after-hour session as they reported worse than expected fourth quarter EPS and sales results. With aluminum, you really have seen a downturn. This is a stock that used to be viewed as one of the strongest, just because of the amount of kind of not only the market share that they have, but they're all over the place. Their international footing is in China. They're in here. And I think what ended up happening to AA is a story of the tariffs. Once the tariffs started, aluminum really struggled and is still struggling. Why? Because at the end of the day, imports went down, exports went down. And when that happens, usually the ones that are going to struggle are going to be materials. Like, let's say, iron, or kind of even the semiconductors that we're trying to ship kind of chips from China and get it over here. And so those kinds of things are the ones that really suffer whenever you have tariffs talks. So I think that's really the story here in Alcoa. And we could see this stock turn around now that we got the tariff signing. So pay attention to it, see if it finds a bottom, and you can take a look at it. I think this is under 19 or a $19 stock, so definitely tradable for us traders. So keep an eye on it. It moves about $1 range, but it's not really the heaviest traded because it's heavy floated. All right, guys, another one we can take a look at, really cool news, is SIG. SIG is Signet Jewelers, and look at this spike. Look at this spike in SIG. This stock does not move that much, and this stock has spiked big time. It went from 22 all the way up to 29 there. So we'll definitely keep this one in play today, guys, and we'll keep this one on watch. I can see this one pulling back to 25. They raised their guidance so well in the holiday that this is what's causing this spike. So with that raised guidance, I think we'll get a pullback here closer towards 25, maybe even 27s. But this one's definitely going to be in play today as that extension has happened and squeeze has happened. All right, guys, another thing to pay attention today, investors will get another read of the health of the U.S. consumer on Thursday when the Commerce Department releases the final retail sales report for 2019. Economists surveyed by Bloomberg expect the headline retail sales to have risen 0.3 during December and up 0.2 in November. So what we're going to be paying attention to is there's going to be some more retail data coming out. So if you see some retail stocks moving, that could be because of that retail data. So understand that could kind of potentially be affecting your trade today. If you look at the retail stocks, they were starting to come up and really starting to bounce up, but now I'm starting to see them take a downturn. A couple of them got hit hard. KSS is another one that I remember got hit hard on the daily chart. And we're going to see if these retail stocks are going to come back. Some that do look strong, of course. I think Target can come back. This one got hit hard also on retail yesterday. But at the end of the day, you saw it, guys, yesterday. It really didn't fade out. We talked about how a lot of these stocks that are getting down gapped big are kind of bouncing back. So definitely take a look out for these stocks and the retails today. The only ratings that we have, really the big ones, I think, are Tesla, the downgrading, but it really doesn't it really doesn't show anything of, let's say, kind of a crazy call there, because it's from Morgan Stanley. And you know what the call is? The call is nothing, man. The call is, hey, I think this stock is going to go, I had it at 250 and now I'm going to put a price target of 360. That means I made a horrible call last time, so I'm going to raise my call a little bit so it can maybe come back to it. And it's kind of funny when a big kind of corporation like Morgan Stanley does an analyst rating like this. They're saying equal weight to underweight. So that means that it was performing with the market to now it's not performing with the market. So we'll pay attention to that one. On the plus side, John talked about LK already. And then we have also IRBT, the iRobot company. We talked about this, those little Roombas.
Yeah, man.
We talked about potential daily breakout here through the 54. It held this 52.22 really well in the daily chart, and now has broken up about this 55. And so I think if it holds 55 today, you can see this one start making its way slowly up there to 60. So I really like this stock. I think it's going to report really good fourth quarter results, and if that fourth quarter results comes really well, I think we could very much be up here at 60. So I'll keep an eye on this one today, see if it's going to break out. You see it's been doing kind of these flag patterns where it likes to break out on the pattern and pull back big. So we're talking about like this breakout here on the chart was a 5 or 6% move, but then it also pulled back almost 3% of that move. So pay attention for that, kind of those half pullbacks, 50% pullbacks. And I think you guys can capture IRBT as it's rocketing on its way up.
Yeah, man, I don't have a Roomba. I have one of those other ones, and I hate that thing, man. I hate it. It's loud. It's slow. I'd rather just do it myself, man. There's no point in letting that thing drive around my house.
I got one from the Shark company because I've had their upright kind of vacuum. And I bought that one a while back. I bought that one about almost 3 or 4 years ago. That one works really well. And then now I have the little Roomba thing from Shark. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I let that thing go.
I don't let mine, man. My wife won't let it go when we're not here, and so it's basically reserved to just being on while we're home, and it's just too loud, man. I can't do anything with that thing going as well. I'm gonna go see what brand I have, because I do have one. I'll be right back. Go ahead, Mitch. I'm gonna check out mine.
Go for it. Yeah, it's important, you know. All right, guys. So if you guys are seeing any chart out there that you guys want to take a look, it's 9:09. We still got a little bit of time today, so I can definitely take some look at some charts. If you put up a stock, I'll take a look.
I have a Nito, apparently. I have a Nito BotVac, is what mine is.
Oh, I've seen those.
It's all right. It's not bad. It works, but it's just loud, and my wife's scared it's gonna start a fire while we're gone, and so it's just too loud. You know, like so we can never, like, that's the whole point. I think you're supposed to just kind of turn that thing on and just let it go, but it's like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, with my pets, it helps out way too much. I'm not gonna lie.
If we had carpet here, I'd use it, but we have wood floor, and so it's like I just sweep, you know.
Yeah, I think anybody with a pet will
100%
make the move and buy it.
100%. I think that I've had dogs that shed, and you know.
Yeah, imagine if it picked it up for you.
Right, that would be amazing. But yeah, 100%. That's where it's at, you know.
Okay, so the real key of these devices, I think, are people are understanding that it's not supposed to 100% clean for you. It's just supposed to help you maintain the house. Right. And if it helps maintain the house, I think that's what everyone's trying to get the use out of it. They're not trying to 100% not clean, but hey, if I only have to clean once a week because the Roomba keeps the floor clean for the rest of the week, hey, doesn't sound too bad to me.
Right, 100%. Have you seen, so if you said you're done, Mitch, have you seen SDC, Smile Direct Club? I actually just looked at that one. That one looks good.
That one, yesterday we brought it up, and man, this thing rocketed out yesterday. Yeah, we talked about how this thing spiked up, a lot of talk, and this one has potential. Why? Because it's subscriber mentality, subscriber strategy. I
Yeah.
always like subscriber strategies. They're smart. They work.
Right.
They work well. And so that's what I think is going to go on with SDC. They've advertised big. I'm talking, they've spent a lot of money on advertisement. I don't know if you've seen the commercials for this, but
No.
it's definitely out there. It's prevalent, and it's just on almost every channel. And how they get you is that they approach kind of the braces and that Invisalign kind of field with a whole new strategy. Let's stop telling people, hey, the full price line or the full price tag. Let's start selling it as a monthly price tag, and then people might get more interested.
Right. Kind of break it off, help get a, lower income
Break down
households.
the payment.
Yeah.
Break down the payment. And if you break down the payment, some people will make the decision that it's worth it for them.
Right, for sure.
And that's really, I think, the story here. And if you're seeing it spike up, I think that's right there. They finally starting to get a turnaround there.
Yeah, so something came out on the 14th that said they are planning to sell their clear aligners to dentists and orthodontists, and that's what's going down with this one. At least that's what they put out on the 14th. So yeah, they're also going to be reaching out to dentists and orthodontics, which I think is interesting. Then they also they said that they're going to plan to do that after the supply deal with Align ends, and so that's something else. Yesterday, yeah, go ahead.
So that shows a big thing there, because a lot of the times like dentists are like doctors, where they have certain deals with the companies that they
Right.
make, and so that's what this is showing. It's a supply deal. Supply deals are very important for a company like this.
Yeah, for sure. And every time I go to the dentist, right afterwards, they're trying to sell me stuff. You know what I mean?
You see on the walls, just look on the walls.
They got $200 toothbrushes, and sometimes I'm dumb enough to be like, oh, that sounds great. And most of the time I'm just trying to be nice, but it's like sometimes I got to be like, no. Like, I don't want a $200 toothbrush, man. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, they're good at pushing stuff, and one of the things is that you trust your doctor or dentist. So a lot of the times you make the decision based purely on their opinion.
Right. Exactly. They have that credibility.
But SDC, think about it. Good subscription model. Now stepping into gonna sweep some of the market share of the other ones like Invisalign. I forgot the other companies that are in this sector, but I know that one, there's the Invisalign, that it's going to start taking away from them. Looks like they were supplying them a little bit, and now they're going to take away that supply. That's going to hurt that brand and start helping this brand.
Yeah, they even said it dipped. They said that Align was the name of the company. They said that dipped, and so,
Yeah.
it did affect them. My wife...
It's the Beyond Meat story, man. Competitors.
Yeah.
Competitors.
Competition, man.
People don't think about it. I think people, a lot of the times, whenever you're one-sided in something, you don't think about that someone can just come in at any point. And if a competitor comes in and provides a product or a service that can match or at least compete, market share will always go down.
Right.
Just because people are bargain buyers.
Right.
They'll buy the bargain brand if it can somewhat compete with the top brand.
And that's exactly right. And that's why even running this YouTube channel, what have you seen us do as we've gotten bigger? We've evolved. We've done new stuff. We've done new things. We've put music in. We've done a lot of different stuff, because you better believe if we stay stagnant in any sector, in any niche, in any business, if you stay stagnant in that business and you just kind of sit there, competition's gonna come, man, and they're gonna take your market share. And so you always gotta grow, man. Something Gary Vee preaches about. And I don't know if I really love Gary Vee. I think he does some things well, but I think one thing he does that's very true is that you gotta evolve, man. You can't just stay stagnant. You can't just sit still. You gotta evolve your business as time goes on. Not even with competition, but with technology as well, because that's the big business killer, is technology, really.
I think that's what gets me with Beyond Meat and why I'm such a bear, is because I feel like this company tries to pump marketing a lot. Like, let's say yesterday, the Snoop Dogg burger. Everyone, let's pump the media.
Honestly, I didn't know if you were serious with that, man. Is
with
that
artists. Real? Yeah, man.
I gotta look that up.
I wasn't joking with you, man. Nothing but sugar with fake meat.
Oh my gosh, man. Yeah.
And so this is the kind of stuff that I pay attention to, guys. So when a stock like this at this value, it's not gonna be because of the marketing, and I think it's the marketing that's keeping it up. It's gonna be because the actual profits are there, because the valuation is there, and I think that's what you're gonna find out. Wait till you get that Beyond Meat earnings. I'm telling you guys, I look right now. We're thinking, okay, so where was it on the upside of this? It was up plus 200. It went, I think, to 220, but let's just say 200 to make it easy for ourselves. We're at 110, right? So we pretty much lost about 50% of the stock. I think from here, we still have 50% of the stock that can go down. And so with that, I don't see this stock up at 200. It would just be valued way too much. They would have to start killing the market cap. And I think at the end of the day, competitors will step in the alternative beef. And once they step in and they actually have a competitive product, why are you going to go to Beyond Meat over the other product?
Right. Exactly.
People are just going to tell you it's marketing. After that point, it's just marketing. It's not going to be such a better and such a diverse product that it's different than the other alternative meat.
Yeah, so Gavin's saying that they have contracts with Walmart. Are you talking about Smile Direct Club or BYND?
I think Smile Direct Club.
Yeah, I think that sounds the more plausible. That sounds like the more plausible one. Mike says, how about you evolve your trading? I have certainly done that. I mean, notice how I'm actually profitable now, and I think you have to evolve your trading regardless of anything or you're going to fail. Because strategies, patterns, everything's going to change in trading. And if you don't evolve, you're going to be sitting in losses.
Yeah, I talk about it often. You got to test your skills. Test it. It doesn't mean that you're going to be, you're going to test it and all of a sudden see that you went through the moon. But you always got to start pushing yourself, pushing the levels, and then finding out where you're going wrong in your trading or in your process. Because usually it's that you get off your process, and that's what you got to go ahead and establish. Hey, I pushed myself. I got the emotions riding high, and I started going off of my process. And that usually gives you that realization that, hey, I need to take the reins back a little bit, focus again on process, gets you right underneath your feet again, and then you can take those swings again.
Right. And I think that's kind of the natural progression as a trader, right? Like if you think about even my progression, I started with penny stocks, I transitioned to mid and high caps, I started to short, I kind of created the VWAP fade and that worked. But then after a while, we kind of evolved how we traded the VWAP fade. Now, last few months, I've been trading what I call the fake out fade, the fake out bounce, and that's been working out really well. We've been implementing new rules and new support levels for the VWAP bounce, and so we've certainly been evolving the strategies that we trade if you've been kind of following along. And again, I think that's extremely necessary if you're a trader. I think no matter what, you're going to have to evolve because strategies, patterns, the market in general changes, and you got to change with it or you're going to be left behind. BYND earnings will correct. I think it will still break rules. So many vegetarians out there. BYND has contracts with McDonald's, Del Taco, Dunkin', and a few more. Yeah, I mean, I hope they succeed. I really do. The problem is that I think that them partnering up with fast food is the wrong move. I think they need to partner up with different restaurants like that, because I think when they partner up, and I get it, they're trying to create a cheap, good tasting meat alternative, but I think that I said it yesterday. I think that it's kind of like offering Versace at Walmart. You know what I mean? You're not going to have your customer base. I think people, a lot of times vegetarians and vegans are doing so to be healthy. Sure, you're doing sometimes they're doing it because they want to support animals and protect animals and maybe cut down on fossil fuel consumption. But I think a large percentage of them are doing it to be healthy. And I don't think they're going to go to McDonald's or Burger King or wherever, regardless of if they serve fake meat, because I think they understand that there's still preservatives in the bread, there's still all this bad stuff for you there, and so I think that's the wrong move. But again, I'm not the CEO. Maybe they know something I don't. That's very plausible as well. But that's just kind of my take on it. And and again though, I hope they succeed. I really do. I hope they do well. I hope they succeed. I just don't know if they will, but I hope they do. You know, I'm for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got some movers today, man. Look at XPO. We got CDC, which is all tradable. A lot of tradable stocks today. SDC, let me take a look. SDC is interesting. But yeah, SDC, we got XPO. We got MNI. A lot of gappers on earnings too today. mRNA. We got AMD moving up with the overall market. Let me go over the overall market. I think I forgot to go over that today. So let me do the market news.
Bad guys, sorry, just got some coffee.
Oh no, you're good. I'm gonna go over the market news real quick, and I'm gonna go. And this is from MT Newswires, and it says, "quote U.S. stock futures were inching higher ahead of the opening bell, shrugging off earlier losses following the signing of the initial trade deal accord between the U.S. and China. Upbeat earnings from Morgan Stanley and Signet Jewelers helped boost sentiment. Under the trade deal, China will increase its imports of American goods by $200 billion, including $95 billion worth of commodities, in the next 2 years." Worth of commodities in the next 2 years. But traders were not convinced about China's pledge to buy $95 billion more of commodities from the U.S., including farm products, according to Bloomberg News. A farmers group in the U.S. also pointed out that the initial deal did not address the retaliatory tariffs that Beijing has imposed on American agricultural products, Reuters reported. And so, yeah, that's basically what's going down with the market today. It is up. You can see it's gapping up. Let's see what the lifetime highs now are in this market. I think they're in the 30s. Okay, so actually we're at lifetime highs right now. The lifetime high is apparently now at 329.89. So very interesting. To go into commodities a little bit more, crude is down 0.2%. The U.S. oil fund is down 0.3%. Natural gas is up 0.8%. The U.S. natural gas fund is up 0.1%. Gold is up 0.2%. The Spider Gold Trust is flat. Silver's up 0.2%. And the iShares Silver Trust is down 0.1%. And yeah, that's basically it. This is from MT Newswires. So yeah, market's up today. Interesting, sentiment. We got a lot of earnings reports going down as well in this market, and there should be a lot of stuff to watch this morning. So, wish us luck. Let's do this.
Hey guys, I have some fun news article. If you're done, John.
Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
Alright, so you want to get a little laugh? I was trying to look up some China news, so I'm on like a Chinese website. Well, really, it's BBC. It's not even a Chinese website. This is international.
It's British. News. Yeah, well, BBC's British. It's British Broadcasting Company, I think, right?
Yeah, exactly. So they put out an article here. It's kind of funny. It says, "Why are Chinese fishermen finding so many submarine spies?" I was like, well, I gotta read this. What? I was like, what are they talking about here? So I get into it, and it's like these 11 guys got awards from China for finding like spy drones in the water. So they're essentially giving out awards.
You get an award.
If you can find tracking submarines underwater. If you find underwater bombs.
Oh man.
So China, man, it's just telling the world it's a scary world out there.
Yeah, for sure. You get an award.
I just thought it was really interesting that these guys are really awarding people. Like literally, they held like an award ceremony.
Hey, honestly, you know how it is in China, though, man. You know how it is. Like they're just pumping themselves up, and I get it, man. I get it.
People are mad at Trump, man. Look at China.
Yeah, China's really the ultimate pump, man. You know them. So to touch on what Gavin said here, Gavin, with regard to BYND, he said, "I agree, but we still eat fast food knowing it's good, and here in America, we always try to feel like we are doing the right thing. I don't think they will crush earnings by any means." Yeah, and it's hard to tell. Again, it's one of those things, like, I genuinely hope BYND and the meat alternative companies are successful. I really do. I just think that putting vegan stuff in fast food, I don't think vegans are going to eat there no matter what. And so even if they serve, you know what I mean? Like, I do think some are trying to help animals and help fossil fuel consumption, but I also think a lot of vegans are trying to be healthy. And I think serving McDonald's vegan food is not the right move. And so I think but again, maybe they know something I don't, but that's just kind of my opinion on it. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really do.
I have a feeling there was some geniuses, I'll just say that one, buying up 150 strike prices yesterday.
Call or puts? Calls?
Calls.
Yeah.
They saw that and they're like, oh, the Beyond Meat rocket again.
Yeah.
And everyone was saying the same thing. You know why? Because yeah, it did go from 80 to 130, which is a 62% move. There's profit that you can make there, but you gotta understand the chart.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that it's one of those ones. I've never had that good of results with BYND. Let me take a look at it though. Maybe it's worth a watch. It did have a nice fade yesterday. It's been fading. Honestly, this thing's been really solid lately. Actually, whoa, yeah. Looking at this, it's actually been really good. At least the last few days while it's been volatile. So maybe I'll consider it. Again,
Okay.
It's not one that I generally trade, and I'm just not quite used to it.
All right, John, if you could put up my chart right before the open here,
Yeah, I got you.
I'll talk about what this stock did, and TLRY did the same thing, guys. The same move. All right, so you saw I have my chart right now. That's TLRY chart. Okay, this was the spike above 250s. That was the shootout. Where was the pullback to? The measured one was to 150. People never thought this one was going back to 150. Then it broke down where? To 100s, below 100s. What happened? A little squeeze of everyone that's short. This thing spiked up from 90 to 140s. What is that? A 65% move.
Yeah.
Then what happened, guys? It failed. It couldn't get up there to 150s. People were thinking TRY was coming right back, going to 200. What happens, guys? It starts going right back to 100, and then what happens is competition steps in here. Once competition stepped in TRY, goodbye.
Yeah, 100%. And even we got Rob here that says I'm vegan and will not eat there. They will cook it on the same grill as meat, and that is pretty much the reason. Yeah, and like I said, vegans are also strict. If the real meat grease is touching the fake meat grease, they are not going to touch that, man. Most vegans, at least. I mean, at least the portion of them that are doing it for health reasons, which, like I said, I think that's a pretty large portion of vegans. But I think some people are trying to help the environment and help animals and help fossil fuel consumption, and I get that. And maybe they'll eat there, but I think the ones that are doing it for health reasons aren't going to touch it.
It's like the chart says it. That's why I wanted to show you guys that chart, because to tell you guys, I told you there's some similarities in TLRY and BYND. Why? Because they're parabolic moves, and a lot of times when you get those parabolic moves, you're going to get a breakdown of support, and then a breakdown of big time support. And then when that big time support breaks down, there's usually so much volume that's been piled in on the short side that now it has to squeeze a little bit before it breaks that down again.
Yep.
I see that happen all the time.
Predictions on Tesla today. I don't like to necessarily make predictions. Maybe Mitch might want to. I'm just not. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to tell you the wrong answer.
I'm on fire, so I might go for it. All right, guys, let's look
Here's
at the
the
chart.
bell.
I say you can get an easy move to 520 and then the fade down. So be careful with a quick spike, because there's going to be people that are getting out here at the 490s because they got trapped at the 520s. So that's what I would pay attention to on Tesla.
Looking at a few of these, XPO, big drop.
Yeah, that one was huge spike.
Yeah, monstrous percentage move, like a, what is that? Huge percentage move, like a 30% move. Tesla bouncing back here. We got LK. Again, I think a lot of it is going to be dependent on what the market does too. SPY is kind of moving a little bit. It's just the first candle. We'll wait. mRNA pulling back.
CLVS going down there a significant amount, 500,000 shares, but wait for that one to kind of crack down 950s if you're trying to short that one.
Yeah. What's up, Rich?
Don't like it unless it breaks 950. AMRN is one that I really want to watch today. All right, guys, looking for a VWAP bounce play in AMRN. Having some little issues with my internet today. All right, guys, looking for a pullback to 57s here. 57s would get me in and risk off of 50, but only risk 7 cents on this trade. I'm just trying to get in just in case this starts shooting on up. Looks like it is.
AMD's dropping some. I'm keeping an eye on that. I'm also watching CLVS. What were the other big gappers today? Oh yeah, MNI was one of them. Big rip here.
Another one I can watch today is EMPH, guys. That one faded really well yesterday. I think this one could be bullish today. It's holding support at 30. 30 is going to be vital for that stock.
There goes
There's
AMD.
the AMR. There's the AMR, AMRN shooting up there to 970s. I had the feeling we were going to get that breakout today, so definitely looking for a VWAP bounce play here. 1960s is the order I'm going to put out right now.
Yeah, here's my watch list this morning if anybody wants to take a look at it. I'm going to post it here so I can kind of watch some of these penny stock plays. Look for some put options maybe. But we had a CETX.
Order out there, guys. We'll also look for EMPH to pull back. I like that shootout right there, especially since it's holding the support on the daily. All right, pullback for EMPH. The risk is off 30-15s or 30-14s, and your entry needs to be closer towards the 23s.
Honestly, Robinhood always lags, man. Their platform always lags at the open, man. It's frustrating. It's like I can't look for some of these penny plays because it's like it's just lagging constantly, man.
All right, guys, trying to get filled in EMPH and AMRN. AMRN's pulling back here. Might get filled in AMRN for a VWAP bounce. I'll let you guys know if I get in here. Trying to get in there. I have the order out there at 60. VWAP is sitting there at 61. Just went to 62.
I have to open up a different window for this.
Hopefully I can get a little dip here and get in here. Looking for a pullback towards 30-25s for EMPH. Spice coming down, guys. I might try to take a fade on that one just because it's at the high, has big resistance at 1580s.
There goes mRNA. I might look for a fade on that one.
That's the risk on Spice. It's 1580s. Looking for pullbacks here for the VWAP bounce play. I'm seeing MU spike up a significant amount. I like that one for the VWAP bounce play. We already missed the first bounce. Maybe we get a second one.
I'm looking at Smile Direct for a bounce here. If we could get down to 28, I'll take it.
I also like work, guys. Work for a bounce. Lucky taking off there, but I don't like that one anymore. It's just way too high.
No, I didn't sell him. I was never really in the money with him. I'm still holding one for February for Trill.
Looking for quick pullbacks here in AMRN to get in here. Also might take EMPH now that we got that pullback. Looking for 30s or 25s for the entry. There goes AMRN. Pulled back 2 cents from filling me, and then we would have got a nice 10-cent breakout there. But hey, I had the order out. It just didn't get to me. Had the right idea there, guys. There's that VWAP bounce breakout there, AMRN. We'll look for a Spice. Spice just broke down to the 1520s. Got close there for AMRN to get in there, but couldn't get it.
Here's LK pulling back. Big range, though, for that one. Was trying to get into SDC for a bounce play, but it just bounced a little bit too quick. Maybe I'll look at it on a pullback.
There's a nice 20-cent breakout there for AMRN where we wanted to get in. I'm telling you guys, that VWAP bounce play is definitely hot. It just got a slight cent above my VWAP. I don't know if your VWAP's slightly higher. Probably touched it.
For which one?
AMRN.
No, I didn't. My VWAP is at 61 right there. It got down to 62, so it was like a penny away from it.
I had the order out at 60, so that's how it goes sometimes, guys.
Yeah.
It would have been a good trade.
Spy's pulling back some here.
EMPH here.
Yeah, Robinhood's glitching out for me, man. I'm trying to watch my trades, but it's just glitching out. It's been glitching out all morning, unfortunately.
Looking to get in here closer towards 30, can risk the 30-20s. We'd like to get closer towards the 30 here for EMPH for VWAP bounce play here. Maybe it creates a double bottom here at 26, and then I can get in.
I got some fade setups that are going on, like mRNA. We just needed to pull back some. Same thing with the CLVS and what was the other one? MRA. What was it this morning?
Looking for an MU pullback VWAP bounce play in that one. AMD also shooting out there, guys, today.
Yep.
Another thing that's making a fast move today back is the XLE. So look for maybe energy sector to get relief today. All right, guys, gonna look for EMPH to bottom here, double bottom at 27. Then I can get in on the way back. Another one I'm looking at to get to VWAP here is Spice. Spice starting to bounce back there. I don't mind a VWAP entry there at 556, risking off of 67s. What's the CGC machine doing today?
Add sideways, choppy, dull. I've been watching it. It's just not moving. Low volume.
Yep.
Spy bouncing.
Seeing AMRN pull back here, guys. I might try to get in here closer towards 70. Good risk at 60.
I got your chart up now, and I kind of have both of ours. Just remember, if you do get something, to put your window up so we can see it.
Gotcha, I will do.
Okay. Yeah, it's just lagging a little bit. It's like I can't click on anything. It just the home screen will load, but everything else is just out. And that's what happens when you get free platform, I guess.
EMPH, guys, did a beautiful VWAP bounce there. Maybe should have definitely taken this one, but was looking at AMRN when I got this drop, which is the drop that I would like to get in, which is right slightly underneath VWAP, but didn't get that chance to get the entry because I was watching AMRN.
Yeah,
Keep an eye on it.
I'm looking at a few different ones. I'm looking at AMD. If we can get a pullback to the VWAP at 27, I like risking off of the pre-market high at 20. Space, if it could pull back to the $0.50, I could have a very tight risk at like 58 for 7 cents. The SPY's bouncing as well here, so that might drag some other stuff up. But yeah, and then CLVS and mRNA. If mRNA could pull back, I like an entry of like 40 for a short position, and then a risk of like 50, 52 maybe, to give it some room to test the $0.50. And I like space here. The only problem is the SPY. SPY breaking highs right now. SPY just broke highs, testing 330. Whole dollar of 330 in the overall SPY right now.
Comes that Spice move. I'm going to see if I'm going to take this trade here.
Yeah, I was kind of looking at that one too. My risk would be very tight at like 58. Get in at 51, risk at 58, 7 cents.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get in this one. Even though a majority of my watch list is green, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait for it just because the SPY's breaking the highs of the day for me. SPY just broke highs. If the SPY gets rejected here, it might actually follow through the fade better, though. But I think I'm gonna wait. Just
what?
Yeah.
Tesla spiking back to 520s. Let's see what
Tesla's
happens.
back, man. It's back.
I told you guys, there's too many people trapped down there. Now this is what happens when you sell your position and just get mad. You're like, what? Why does it keep coming back?
No. Yeah. That's how it goes, man.
Big spike there in Spice, guys. Big spike there in Spice.
Yeah, my risk was at 58 level, so it would have already broken my risk. If it gets rejected here, it might be okay, though.
It's holding up really well. There's 177 seller there, though. I just saw at 65s. 63. There, that's where he is.
I'm looking at SIG too, SIG, but
There's that seller. It went right through that seller, man.
yeah, I think the SPY's at the high of the day, or at the lifetime highs of the SPY. Like, that's the biggest issue for me with it, is that a space stock is going to be, it's going to be influenced by the market, and if the market's ripping and breaking highs, I just don't know. I'm looking at SIG, though. SIG for a pullback here. Huge range, though. That's the biggest issue. So I'm working on being patient for once. I haven't been the most patient trader lately, so. Robinhood just crashed.
Okay, breaking out there, guys. Might get work here.
Yeah, Robinhood, I mean, this is what you get when you got a free platform like that. You know, people are all like, oh, free commissions, but it's just like, if it can't maintain its server strength, then it just kind of fails. Is it worth it? And I guess that's a subjective thing. Alright, SPY pulling back quick here. Quick pullback, huge 1 minute candle in the SPY. It's done this twice already, though. The last time it bounced, and so I do think this is interesting here. And I think watching space now for the fake out fade with the risk off of that new high up there at 71 looks really interesting, because there's some pre-market levels that confirm that 70, 71 level as well. So if the SPY starts to tank, I might short space. I'm also looking at mRNA here. mRNA.
Guys, one doing a view out bounce, work. I called that one out a little bit earlier. Nice view out bounce play. Committed on that one. There's that other rejection there. I would look for Spice to come back to 56, reject 58s again.
You know it's space, right? Not spice.
I just read it how I see it.
Yeah. It's just space. Somebody else was like, why does he keep calling it spice yesterday? I was like, I don't know. It's space. Let's call it space. Because then that'll help people understand the sector. It is a space. It is a space. It's Virgin's spaceship, right? Is that correct? I'm not sure if that's right or not. Sounds plausible, though. It says Virgin Galactic Holdings.
It is consumer space flight.
Yeah, there you go.
$250,000, guys. That's all you need.
Yeah, build a spaceship, you know?
No, he'll take you up there for you.
Yeah, man, look, that's all you need.
You didn't even need to build it anymore.
It's a solid deal. I can go to space, you know? If I ever make it rich, I'm going. Ah, man, I was about to short mRNA and I just didn't get it.
All right, guys, gonna take a bigger size trade here.
So space is competing with Elon. Is that correct? All right, here goes
Yes.
mRNA.
Well, not competing, because he's not trying to do
What Elon's doing.
right now. Yeah, right now, Elon's more of like the exploring space.
Yeah.
And that space stock is more like, oh, let's take advantage of the consumer
Right.
wanting to go to space.
Yeah, for sure. I might jump in with 50 shares of space right here for the fake out fade, and then it's a $10
All right,
risk.
guys.
I'm
I
in.
need to get in. I'm trying to get in FEYE here, guys, but I need to get in at 40. It might just spike through it. It's gonna a little frustrate me if it just spikes through this. I wanted 40 right now. I was trying to get bigger share size though, 500 to 600 shares, because I think this is gonna do like a 10 or 20 cent breakout here.
Look at mRNA. Or mRNA. That one looks really good here, actually.
Yeah, I don't like that stock on the long side. So what is it doing?
fade setup.
I would agree with it.
Yeah, it looks good. All right, there goes the SPY ripping down here, breaking lows.
I missed my move, guys, right there in FUYE. Definitely could have got that VWAP bounce again, guys. Another play right there. Wanted it, but when I saw this spike to 41, I determined that, hey, if I wanted to get this one, I needed to size up. And figuring out the size up, I didn't get no pullback to 40.
All right, here goes the market tanking here. It's testing the lows of the day now. So market's tanking.
Beautiful trade there that would have happened on FEYE. Just gotta let it go.
All right, so here goes
SPY coming down.
Yeah, SPY just broke the lows. It immediately rebounded, but it is down there now. And it's testing the lows. Look at that fade on mRNA. I wish I would have taken it, man. That was a beautiful fade setup. Just hesitated with it too.
Yeah, getting a little frustrated. That's how it is.
Yeah. I might add a little bit more to space though. I'm in with a tiny shear size because it's not really I'm not really super suited for that first hour of the day, but we're getting some volatility today, so yeah, there's
definitely
the market.
Like that FEYE. A little frustrated I couldn't get that one.
MNI halt? Really? Alright, well there's the move down in space. I was watching MNI. Never got the ad on space.
Come on, space. You're supposed to bounce there. Definitely a frustrating morning for me. Could have had a couple trades there. Might just call it a day. Lately, it's been open or nothing for me, so I had a couple good trades there that I could have taken, but definitely hesitating.
Alright, so I'm in space. I'm only in with 50 shares though. Wanted to add a little bit more. Maybe I can here. But I think I got a risk off of that 71, and so it just depends on what kind of share size I really want to take with this. That's the big question here. I'm already up, and so I could effectively like add to it and still be green. But no, maybe not because there is a spread. Might add another 50 here. Yeah, I'm just gonna add another 50 and keep it 100 shares. See if we get a flush down real quick. Alright, there's 29s. There we go. 18s. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of that. Alright, so I just took half off. Still holding the rest here. Still holding these 50 shares, and we'll see what I want to do with the rest. 24s, 23s, 20s. I think letting this work is okay. Maybe I should have gotten out the rest there. Holding 50 shares, it'll be alright. Maybe I got greedy with this and should have taken the rest off, but quick bounce. I also think it's the SPY bouncing here.
There's a great rip out for EMPH. I hope someone got that. That was a beautiful trade there.
Alright, I'm going to add a little bit more back to space here. I'm back in with 100 shares. Got a little bit of a cushion, and so I should be alright. I think I have to change my risk though and make my risk now 51. There's 44s. It's kind of the fake out fade type of move here, and I like adding a little bit more here just because I see the market test these lows again. And so we'll see if this hurts me or not. I built up enough to take a swing here, and we'll see if it's the right move or not. Because there's the market testing these lows, which is really what I wanted to get here. I think if I risk now, I'm going to make my risk 57 or so, 56, 57. There's the market breaking lows here. This should hopefully drag space down. I'm in with 150 shares, so still pretty small. We just gotta watch for like a quick bounce back up in the market. There's 46s. 43s. Look for a quick bounce back up here though in space because the market just rebounded. There's 41. It's not too bad. Let's see if we get a little bit more here, but kind of in limbo in the middle. Yeah, there's the market bouncing. That's going to cause space to certainly bounce here. Maybe not, but most likely space is gonna bounce here. Let me put my chart up. Sorry, guys. Here we go. I like the move, and I still like the time that we have for it. It just depends on what the SPY does here. There's 40s. There's 39s. 38s, 37s. Looks good. I want to see this level hold right here. This 40 level. Yeah, there's a big bounce in the SPY. I really like the chart for space though now. There's the bounce. Yeah, there's the SPY bouncing. I could hold the rest break even if I really wanted to. We'll see. We'll see if the SPY rejects at the VWAP. I guess that's going to be the determining factor here. There's 38s again. I also think I might be watching this one a little bit too closely. I might need to just kind of let it work. Yeah, but if my puts are not very expensive at all. They're just kind of lottery puts, as I call them. Yeah, and Trill's down well. I mean, my Robinhood's been acting up all morning. Yeah, I'm fine with my Trill puts. We're just gonna let it keep dropping. And my put's a 250 put, so you know, I'll let it work.
Alright guys, watching MRNA there, slightly above VWAP. Gonna watch to see if it rejects 2150s. And then looking at FEYE also.
There's 44s. Like I said, I think I'm just going to let space work. I've kind of thought about it. I'll probably use this 52, maybe this 54 level is my risk.
There's mRNA breaking out there. Be careful with that one.
All right, here's the squeeze up, and this is really what I gotta watch. I've kept it pretty break even though, even if I do get squeezed out of this one. There's the squeeze up to 60s. I'm gonna let it possibly reject here, and then I'm gonna jump out. There's 55s. Just didn't break down enough that I want. All right, I'm out. It just didn't break down enough that I wanted it to, but less than $15 loss, so perfectly fine. Took my swing and kept it pretty safe, but again, maybe I got a little bit too strict with it here on this breakdown. But I do think that I was anticipating space fading back down, and the market just quickly rebounded. So I don't think there's much I could do there either.
You got CLVS at VWAP. Fade possibility there.
Spies at the VWAP, I think that's going to affect anything. I was also looking at MRNA, but that one squeezed up a little bit too much. CGC finally did pick a trend, though. And so if CGC pulls back to like 42s, I might hop on that train, too. We'll see. Shaq. I don't really trade Shaq that much. I can look at it, though. I think Mitch trades that one a little bit more often than I do. That one is at the VWAP, though. I will give you that. It's a little bit too. It's a little bit too much below it now, actually, at this point. But and maybe Space faked me out there, but it got up to 65. I don't think I would have held it through that. I think Space is following what the market is doing a lot, and I think that. It's kind of overreacting to what the market does too, but it is what it is. We're gonna wait and see some fun. It can also be putting in kind of a triangle style pattern here, which it looks bullish. But again, I think it depends on what the market actually does here. All right, Shaq just squeezed back up too, and I think that some of this is what the market's doing. If you look at the market here.
Hey guys, my short Spice here.
Here, I'll throw you back up.
Just shorted it.
All right, you gotta put your window up.
All right.
All right, let me get this.
$61's the risk right now. Wanted to get this 55 entry here. Might add here. Just gonna give it a second to see if it just pops through my number. Okay, rejection there. Want to see this one start heading to the 50s.
UNMNI, Jonathan? Because that one looks super volatile today, man.
Be careful, might squeeze on me right here. Yep, squeezing right now. I need to see a quick rejection. Squeezed out. That's just how it's been for me, guys. If I don't take the open trade, I've been losing.
Alright, so we got CGC, which has been down. I might look for that one to pull back if we can ever get it. I was also looking at mRNA, but that one just ripped back up. CLVS is above the VWAP now. If it gets rejected at that 950 level, it could get interesting. What else we got today? What is Roku doing? Roku didn't look bad. It's right around the previous closing price. I think I'll let it battle that first. What else we got? Tesla back below.
All right, guys. Definitely Spice squeezed on me there. So definitely one of those days that I'm going to write down as one of those emotional days. So going to use my rule, size down rule. Only going to be using half size for the rest of the day, just to limit the risk. Whenever I have emotional days, I have a tendency of either over trading or getting into the wrong patterns after missing great patterns. So I'm going to just size down. If I do take a trade, it'll be really, really tiny today.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. Scaling down's always, always help you kind of get your mind right sometimes. And then if you want to scale back up later on, if you start to do well, that's okay too. I like that plan.
Yeah, it's just how it's been lately. If I don't execute at the open, I usually been in the red, so I'm going to try to take a step back. Definitely had some trades though today. FEYE, beautiful trade available. AMRN, beautiful trade. EMPH, beautiful trade. Work, nice trade there.
Looks like you're killing it on a MNI, Jonathan. So nice work, brother. I was watching that one. It got halted a few times today, man. That one was gonna go in crazy. Yeah, that thing got halted once. It's up to 260 now, so that one's interesting. SIG kind of looks like a VWAP rejection, but we'll see. I think the SPY's got to pick a trend too, and the SPY has just been kind of consolidating in a range between 329.60 and 329.80 for the last 20 minutes or so. Yeah, and with my Trill option, I mean, I'm just kind of hanging out with it. We'll see what we get with it, but it's not something that is super expensive. It's like a $50 put option. I'm not super worried about it, to be honest. I'm holding a lot of different options right now, so we're just going to kind of let them work. Most of them expire. I accidentally bought 2 of these Trill options, and so we'll see what happens. I guess I'll let it work because we still have today and tomorrow. But, I think that time decay is probably already taken most of those options out, so we'll see. But hey, I appreciate the sub, Arthur. Welcome to the team, man. Guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We day trade live for free right here on YouTube every single weekday morning for free. We are not experts. If you notice how Jonathan has the coveted member badge.
I don't know if it's just me, John, but you're breaking up there.
Oh, my bad, guys. Yeah, so if you haven't already, go check out our memberships. Mitch and I just put out free content every day. So hit the subscribe button. Shout out to Arthur with the sub. But yeah, we just put out free content every day. You can help support that free content by becoming a member if you want to. Like I said, though, everything we do now is always going to be free. You know, this live stream, weekend videos are always going to be free. And we'll put out a few exclusive perks, and you do get some cool badges like these
Look
for
like
our
it's
members.
my internet giving out.
Yeah,
it's my internet.
But we do have some cool emojis and badges if you want to check those out. There's the links to those if you want to become a member. And yeah, we got, like I said, we're gonna try to put out some cool perks for our members. I think my ideas are we'll have a few live streams and videos every month that going over the best strategies that have been working every single month with the plan for those, and the ones that haven't been working as well. And so that's my plan for our members. And so yeah, it's $4.99 a month if you want to become one. You get cool badge and you get our coveted John, Mitch, and Carol emojis if you want to check those out too. What's up, JB? Hey, nice, JB. Good work, brother. Congrats, man. Honestly, you know what song I've had stuck in my head? I was finding new music today. I've had this song stuck in my head. Tell me what you guys think of this song, if you like it or if you don't like it. It's a little high-pitched, but I think it's dope. Hold on. I'm looking at Shaq here with a risk of 69. It's got to be a small share size, though. Let me know what you guys think of this song. I like it. Emojis, yes sir. Who's TTG? Alright, we are getting some nice action here. Oh, True Trading Group. No. We're not giving away free stuff. I mean, like I said, we don't need to. You know why we don't need to? It's because we're not selling a course. We're not selling a dream here. We're just a free resource and community. We're not experts here. We're not gurus. We just day trade live and let people watch us. That's all we really do. You know, we don't sell a course. We're not selling people a dream. We're not telling people, hey, do you want to make $1 billion? Just buy my trading course. You know, it's $5,000. Just go ahead and buy it. You know, that's not us, man. Like, we just put out free content, and, you know, I could lose every day for months, and nobody can tell me anything about it because I'm not charging people for anything. You know, we're just a free resource in the community. And it feels good to not have that pressure, honestly. If the screen's blurry, Wilton, just refresh. Yeah, I know. No stress. Alright, we got a nice little downward move here for Shaq. We're going to let it work. Tiny share size. I appreciate it, Jerry. A freestyle? Nah, I'm good. Y'all don't want to hear me freestyle. Let me know what you guys think of this. Let me know what you think about this song, though. Do y'all like that song? I think it's a dope song. I think it's a good song. My favorite songs are like this one. We've got this new one by the same guy that made Rain Check. It's kind of like a Christmassy song, or a beach song. Yeah, for sure. We try to be, Mike. We try to be, man. Like I said, I think if you're a new trader and you just want to watch traders to see what it's like, I think the other streamers, like I said, one of the guys I've kind of checked out his stream. He seems a little bit slow, and he just kind of repeats the same weird things over and over again. And so that's one of the streamers. The other ones don't really show you anything. They don't really show you their trading. They just say, oh, I'm in this stock or I'm out of this stock. And they justify it by saying, oh, well, we got to leave the scanners up. But it's like, we leave scanners up too. And so, I mean, mission, I just try to fill that void in the market, you know. And, you know, we love the community we build here. I'm going to go ahead and exit half of this and then hold the rest. Yeah, Keenan, that song was right. That song was cool, right? Alright, well, this trade worked out. I mean, it was such a small share size, I only made like 10, 20 bucks with it. But I'm not really trying to trade big. You guys know me. I start taking some swings at like 10:30 market time is really when I start. And so, you know, I'm just gonna play around here and have fun. See if we get a big drop here, and if not, that's okay too. Shaq's moving up. Maybe I should have jumped out, but
Watching LK here, guys. LK looking interesting.
I appreciate the sub, Em. Welcome to the team. Appreciate it. And yeah, like I said, hit that subscribe button. Y'all want to support what we do here? Hit that sub button. You know, we're just a free resource and community here. So you want to support us? Hit that subscribe button, guys. We do this live for free.
Looking for a dip here to get in LK, but I need to see it hold 20s and get some bag buyers here. Looking good though. Another one I like is MRVL to come to VWAP again, slightly maybe below it, and then break out.
I was watching LK earlier. It was moving, man. I remember it. I just forgot what happened to it.
It just needs, it did 3 resistance tries out the open, then did a flag play right now. Has tried to break down 2 times. Let it try to, I think, try to break it down 3 times below the VWAP here. And if it just holds 35s, 40s here, it's going to look really good to just break out.
Yeah, Shaq's actually following through really well. I'm about to get out the rest here and just keep everything break even if I can. I'm going to give it one chance to break under the $0.50. But these things pop up quick. Yeah, I'm going to get out there. Got out. Small win. I'll take it.
I want a quick pullback here and lucky to the 40s. If not, this is going to break out here. I don't want to risk towards the 50s here right now.
Oh yeah, guys, so the World Series of Trading sign-up actually started. So the sign-up started. We have some firm dates and rules set for the World Series of Day Trading. It starts February 22nd, I'm pretty sure is when it starts. Here's the link if you want to sign up for my team. I actually got a working link now. So yeah, so there's the link for that. If you want to see the prizes, check out this link. It goes over the prizes that you win in it. And then they have the rules here. Let me check out the rules, see when it starts. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it starts on the 22nd of February. So join my team, guys. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so it starts from February 19th to the 26th. February 19th to the 26th. I think that's another 6 days. Let me make sure. Yeah, it starts from Wednesday, February 19th to the 26th. So yeah, it's exactly a week. Let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 6 trading days again.
All right, guys. One that looks good for a VWAP bounce play is going to be ATVI. I mean, just got a big 5-minute candle push up. I think if it holds VWAP here, 59.90s, it'll probably get into 60.20s, 60.30s today. ATVI. All right, I want to see LK try to hold 35s here, and then we'll try to take it.
AMD been super strong all day. Did CGC ever pull back?
It's MU. MU's leading her.
Yeah. Let me see MU.
She's leading her. That's why I'm also...
It's just disconnected. Yeah, there it goes. It's back. I don't know why it keeps doing that, man. It keeps doing that. It's done that twice today. Frustrating, man. Alright, we're back, though. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's back. OBS is acting dumb today. Alright, CGC starting to pull back here. Still pretty far away from where I really want to enter. Yes, sir, Julian. It is what it is, man.
All right. MRVL getting close to that price where I want to take it. Watching that one. Also watching Lucky to see if it's going to bottom here. All right, I'm looking for Marvel. It dropped to 60, 65, so I can take it off 60 or 59. Here's the drop to 68s. Looking for like 65, 66 here. There you go. 66 showing up there. I'm gonna take it. All right, guys, in Marvel.
Somebody's asking if I'm going to take the fade on SDC. I don't know. Alright, we'll see. Maybe. It depends. I'm going to play that one by ear. I'm also looking at AMD with this big pullback here. We could get AMD down to 74. I'll take it with a few shares and then try to maybe scale into that one as well with AMD. But we'll see.
Alright, guys, looking for the VWAP bounce play here. Risk is 59s. We'll see what happens here.
Alright, I got you up. Right, there's 87s with AMD.
I didn't have kind of that emotional start. I do like even an ad here because you're so close to the risk, but just gonna wait. We would want to see this start spiking here, guys. The volume spike up here and it start getting bullish again, getting up there through the 27.75s, and then it can go up there. CGC almost at VWAP.
Yeah, I'm watching that one. I'm in AMD with like a really small share, like 40 shares. We're just gonna see if we get a quick bounce up here, make a little bit. I'm trading small again until about the next 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna start taking some bigger swings for sure. But for now, you know, I tend to perform much better later on in the day.
Guys,
so
about to sell out. If this doesn't recover right here. All right, recovered. If we see it show up again, we just get out. That's the bottom right now. Don't want to see that break no matter what. There's 55s, we got to get out. Yeah, definitely not a good day for me, guys. I'm just going to get out of here.
And there's 73s on AMD. I might add a little bit more here. I'm in with 80 shares of AMD.
It's one of those days, guys, that I just got to follow my instincts. My instincts were there early. I didn't follow them later on in the day. Definitely not been working out. It's the early in the day trades. So I'm going to get out of here before I put a little bit more hurt in my account and just call it a day.
All right, brother.
Kind of sucks because today's my day off, the day I can trade the longest, but got to be also smart with the account. Can't put my account in hurt after I've been doing so well.
Yeah, Mitch is trading with an intro account.
So 5 days green, probably going to end here. 250,000 shares going through there at Marvel. It could be a plus side bet, and I could have just got wicked out right there. And this is going to just start spiking up there to 28s. But I've already taken too much risk. I'm done for the day.
Yeah, look at the SPY. Is really, I think the SPY had a huge down candle and then immediately just rebounded. The SPY's acting weird, kind of sideways.
It's just how it's been lately. Probably gonna get stopped out here, and I got probably faked out, but that's how it goes.
I know. I mean, you're on a 5-day win streak, though. You know, so like you're doing well, brother.
Hey man, it's how it is, man. I set the plan to trade ENPH, AMRN out the gates. Should have traded one of those, and that's the key. If we see the VWAP bounce out the open, and we see the fade out the open, you gotta take it. At least for my strategy.
Yeah, for sure.
You get into this point, middle of the day, and I'll tell you guys, I've been sucking between 10 and 11.
Yeah, I've been sucking in the morning, man. I suck in the morning.
If I don't get a trade at the open, I literally almost feel like I stay here for you guys a lot of the time, because after that, I already have that feeling.
Yeah. I'm in AMD for the bounce play. I don't mind scaling into this one, risking off of the $0.50 at 49.50 here. Now's about the time where I start to take some swings, so wish me luck, guys. We'll see what happens. I'm not hating SDC here as well. SDC's not that bad right there either. It's just got to get up a little bit higher, you know. If it gets up a little bit higher, I'll take it, you know. All right, here's my last ad. I'm in with 180 shares of AMD. This will be my last ad, and then I'm just going to hold down to that 50 level. CGC even faded too, but it never quite got to the VWAP, unfortunately. AMD's dropping more now to where it's getting a little bit closer to my risk, and a big fall is happening. I think the SPY getting rejected at the VWAP there is influencing this one. I'll give a chance to bounce here, but, you know, we'll give it some time. Hopefully, I like this bounce back above the VWAP. I do think the SPY is influencing AMD right now, though. Yeah, my average is 75, which I like the average, actually.
Saw a big downturn there, guys. Ooh, CGC. CGC, bounce for me here, 25s. See if she bounces here.
Here we're back up to 70 on AMD. It's looking a lot better. And like I said, I can kind of just hold this one. I'm not super worried about it either way. I could just follow that $0.50 risk level and just let this one work. If it stops me out, I'll be down, what, $40? On my account, it's not bad. Right around break even now, too. Nice, Blake. Hey, what's up, brother? Hey, nice, man. Hey, it'll be fun. I had fun the last time. I had fun on the last one, man. The last one was dope, and I had a lot of fun with it. Our team came in second. Out of 8 teams, our team was second in the last one, so we did really well. A lot of fun. Like I said, we're one of the only teams that are not experts. We're not gurus. We are not, you know, trying to be that. You know what I mean? Like, we're one of the only teams. And so Mitch and I don't mind trading in the competition because, hey, if we lose, I mean, we lose. So, like, we're not experts here, and that's what's fun about it for me is that I don't have to put that pressure on me to succeed because I'm not an expert. I'm not a guru. I'm just trading it with you guys. And I think that's what's great about our team here is that we're just kind of like the free resource team, you know? Yeah, dude, it has this resistance right here for sure. Yeah, I see that one. Hopefully we can break over that. But I still like my entry. I think 75 is a good entry. There's 78s. We just need to get over that 80 level, like you said. I agree with that level for sure. I could also now probably risk it off of here at 55 if I want to. But I do think that the $0.50 makes sense as support there too. The whole team doesn't win anything. If you want to check the rules, like you can check out the rules for the World Series of Day Trading here. I'll post those in a second. Alright, so here's the drop. Again, though, I mean, it's a very small trade regardless. Hopefully we get a bounce at the VWAP, which is plausible. Again, though, I got to kind of consider whether I want to hold through 55 or whether I want to eat the other kind of $10 loss by letting it work a little bit more. And I think eating that $10 loss is okay. But yeah, so I'll post the link here if you want to see what you win. Let me find it. Where is it? Yeah, here's the rules. Got break even on this trade. We're gonna let it work. I like the bounce in SIG too. Shaq's bouncing back to the VWAP too. It's just about whether I want to try to short that one again. We'll see. Yeah, I'm watching SIG. Alright guys, but yeah, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here too. There's a lot of benefits for new traders that are trying to use them. One of the big benefits is that it allows you to day trade once you're approved with no PDT rule. And so in my opinion, it's one of the cheapest ways that new traders can get around the PDT. The way it works is technically it's an educational package, and so it comes with a trading course, a demo account, chat room access. And then once you're approved, you get to basically become a contractor for them and trade their account, and that's how they get around it. And so with their base package is $3.99, and the account you get to trade with that one is 14,000 in buying power, and there's no PDT rule. You could also short anything that you can trade on there. Anything that you can trade on TAFs, you can short, which is great. And I also think that, again, it's just a much cheaper risk than depositing thousands into a conventional platform or broker. I think it just makes sense. You know, a lot of times new traders do what? They save up $1,500, deposit it, and then, let's be honest, most of the time they lose that. This is just a much cheaper way. You're only risking $400 essentially, and again, you can day trade, no PDT rule, and actually short, and I think it just makes sense. You also get a decent amount of buying power with that. And I think it's just a way for new traders to mitigate some of that risk and just get started trading for cheap. You can actually take the time to learn how to trade. Commissions are pretty cheap if you use small size, and I think it's just a great option. If you do make profit, though, there's a 70-30 split, so they keep 30%, which isn't bad considering you're getting it for $400. You're getting a ton of buying power, and there's no PDT rule. There's also a $700 max loss, and so if you get the $14,000 account and you go under $13,300, they close you down. But again, it's $3.99. It's ridiculously cheap, and I think it just makes sense for new traders. And so here's the link if you want to check that out. What's the catch on the World Series of Day Trading? I don't think there's a catch. I think it's just a promotional thing for TradeNet, obviously. You know, it's not much different than like the test drive trade idea. You know what I mean? It's just a promotional thing. It's just promotion for TradeNet. So I think that's really what the deal is. Yeah, I guess I never really got why TradeNet gets all the hate. I never really understood it. Like, you got people that are using SureTrader that are hating on TradeNet. You know what I mean? I know SureTrader's not even around anymore, but you had people that were using SureTrader that were just dogging TradeNet, and it's just like, you know, it is what it is. I think new traders, I'll put it this way, I would have rathered, used a TradeNet account when I first got started than use a SureTrader account like I did, because I ended up losing thousands on SureTrader, and with TradeNet I would have lost like $400. I would have loved that. Just a much cheaper way to get started, and that's the big unfortunate thing with it, is that I just wish I knew about it earlier. So here's the drop for AMD. We're gonna let it test here. Again, I'll probably use this 55 risk now. But, you know, we could get a bounce here. That's what I'm hoping for. We also have Shaq bouncing back up, and the market itself is up as well. We have a Smile Direct Club that's there too. But AMD, I'm not loving it really, to be honest, anymore. If we find some support here, it's ideal, and we can actually break over 80, I think is the big level here. If we could find some support there and break over 80, that's what we really want to see here. There's 70s again, which is good, but we need an 80 break, and we need to hold that level of support. Rip up here is what we're shooting for. Now I have this song stuck in my head, so I keep playing it. It's a dope song, man. I like it. It's a new song I added. SDC is up there. SDC is up there. I can't say I'm not considering it too. Alright, if I do get an SDC, I would have to risk off of about 34. That gives me about a 19-cent risk. Maybe 32 is what I could risk off. So that's about 20 cents. I'll take 100 shares. I don't mind it. We'll try to let it work. I'm in with 100 shares of SDC here too. Put my window up so you can see everything. No, Marcus, you don't. Yeah, it's completely free. You don't have to buy anything to get into it. Yeah, post the link here if anybody wants to sign up. I mean, they might call you for promotional stuff, but you don't have to buy anything. You should still get approved regardless, but not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure you don't have to buy anything, that you'll probably get approved regardless. Yes, Blake, that's who I'm using right now. Alright, well, there goes CDC. I'm going to take half of my position off here. That seems to be working very well. So I'm going to take half off with CDC. Beautiful fade, and I'm going to let the rest work here. It's down to 85s. About break even so far. We're just Team John London, Marcus. Yeah, go to the link above you, brother. Go to the link above Wilton's comment, and you can just click that and join my team directly. But yeah, it's just Team John, you know. I'm trying to give AMD time here, but I feel like it's probably just going to cross me out. We'll give it a little bit of time to work. Ideally, again, we need it over this 49.80. I know somebody was talking about that level, and that's exactly right, because it's the high right here. So that's really what we need to break. SDC is looking really, really good here too. Still dropping. happen here for SDC. Just looking super weak. Somebody just unloaded a massive position in this one. I'm gonna get out here. I'll take it. Alright, so I just got out of my Smile Direct Club short at the VWAP. It's really gonna make me really pretty calm in this AMD trade because I've already made back most of my money. Nice little $30 win with 100 shares there. But yeah, with AMD, I'm just gonna stick with my risk of 55 here. SPY's ripping up, so hopefully that should help AMD. Maybe I'll let it work and see what the SPY does here. If the SPY, hypothetically speaking, if the SPY breaks this and continues up, that should be good for my short here. But I do want to, I want to respect this level here as well, this 55 level. I do need to respect that level too. And so that's the level I'm going to let work. And I can't let it test the 55 level, but if it firmly breaks, I just got to bail out of this thing. The SPY's pulling back pretty crucial here too, so we're going to let it test. We're down here now. Alright, so this is the level. This is my risk level. Alright, it's a little bit better. It's bouncing some. Like I said, we gotta just let it test that level. We gotta respect that level, I think, that previous low, because if it breaks that, it could squeeze down very, very quickly here. And we could get a bounce there too, but we're gonna let it work, and yeah, no stress either way. I'm down $10 if it breaks. You know, maybe $20 if it breaks. Alright, we're right here. Oof. Yeah, see, this is what I was worried about. Maybe I should have bailed out earlier. That's the squeeze down. Everybody's piling out. This is a squeeze down. Look at that squeeze. But yeah, that's what I was worried about. It just happened so quick. It is. Oh no! What did I do? I didn't get out. All right. Well, that actually helped me. Whew, man. It wouldn't have been nearly this bad though. The reason it was bad is I thought I was out when I didn't. Whew, man. Oh man, that one was nerve-wracking. It looked good though. It looked good, and I really didn't mind the bounce play. Alright, Joe, I'm going to tell you this, man. If you're going to sit and chat and try to be like I told you so, I'm going to ban you instantly, brother. You know me, I'm usually a pretty easy guy, but if you're, you know, going to try to like rub it in when I lose and be like I told you so just to boost yourself up, I'm going to give you one warning, bro. I will ban you instantly, dude. I am not even kidding with that, man. That's the last thing I need in my chat. Like I said, I'm very carefree, man. If I lose, I'm down $27. I don't care about it. But don't sit there and try to be like I told you so after I have a losing trade. That's the one thing that's going to piss me off enough to ban you, brother. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to give you one warning with that. And I'm going to let this one go. But I'm giving you a heads up, man. You know, that's the one way to piss me off, dude. But yeah, regardless, down $27. SPY's bouncing up, so maybe no, I mean, I like my play. I like this low down here at 55. I think that one's okay. The 49.80 level, if it could have bounced at that support, that's okay too. What else we got? LK, we have SPY, we have AMD. But yeah, I mean, like I said, this is one of the reasons I trade off stream, to be honest, is because every time I have a losing trade, everybody tries to tell me what I did wrong, you know? Alright, later, Joe. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and ban Joe, and the reason I'm going to ban him is because he's one of those guys that, like, needs the pride, and so he tries to, like, boost himself up constantly. He tries to give out picks constantly, and it gets to a point where it's like, I just got to ban people like that. I like having him here, and he's a good dude, and I'm not mad at him or anything, but if I, like I said, man, I got all these people in chat that try to tell me what to do, and it's like, sometimes when you're trading, you just need people to stop. You know, you just need to kind of focus on your own thing. regardless of any of it, yeah, Joe, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, regardless of anything, Joe, like I said, man, you're going to be banned from here. If you can't understand why it's not appropriate to pull the whole told you so thing when somebody loses, man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you can go somewhere else. That's cool. But again, man, like I said, I'm down $27. I'm not even upset about it. I have like a 240K account. So the $27 loss is insignificant to me, to be honest. But what I don't respect and what I don't appreciate is when people try to play I told you so. Like, trading's a very egotistical thing, right? Everybody wants to be right. But whenever you're so desperate for validation in yourself that you go around kind of hindsight trading and telling people that I told you so, or vice versa, or getting mad at people if they don't take your picks, you know what I mean? It's just a very inappropriate thing to do. So, like I said, giving everybody a heads up, I liked Joe, but Joe was also one of those traders that desperately needed that validation because he's giving out picks. You know, he's one of those traders that desperately needed that validation, and sometimes that can be a very toxic thing. You know, if you're so desperate for pride that you got to try to tell everybody I told you so and kind of rub it in when they lose, that's a very toxic thing. You know, and like I said, I liked Joe, but again, I liked Joe when he wasn't desperately trying to give himself pride, you know, saying, oh, I called this one out in the chat live. I did this live. I did that. You know, like, that's not what we need here. That's toxic. Like, we're just new traders here. I'm just trying to trade. You know, it is what it is. Jonathan says, honestly, I blocked Joe last week. I don't even know what he said. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he's the type of dude that desperately needs that validation, man. And like I said, I don't. And if I lose in a trade, I just want people to leave me alone about it. Like, I just want to move on and not even, you know, like, I don't want to hear I told you so, you know what I mean? Because in the end, it doesn't matter. Like, I lost in the trade. I can learn from the trade, but I don't want people in the chat telling me I told you so. That's not the right move. Yeah, 100% Marcus. 100%, bro. And like I said, it's a $27 loss. It's fine. But I think people underestimate how stressful it is to trade live. You know, like, that's super stressful. It's very difficult. And the one kind of trigger I have with that is, it's like, if I have a losing trade, don't rub it in. Even if you think you were right and I was wrong, don't rub it in. Like, anybody with just normal manners is going to be like, okay, I probably shouldn't do that. Like, that's not the appropriate thing to do at that time. And so if you don't have those type of manners and you're just going to try to rub it in to give yourself brownie points, like, come on, get out of here, man. We don't need that. That's not what I need. SDC, I probably should have held on to SDC a little bit longer. LK's at the VWAP now as well. And so we're watching those two, but it's still early. It's 9:45. I'll probably still try to keep the stream going a little bit longer. Yeah, it's super stressful, man. And like I said, sometimes I take it out on the chat, and I'll be honest about that. Sometimes I do. This isn't one of those situations where I necessarily think I'm taking out on the chat. This is one of those situations where it's like, you know, Joe also said, I'll put this into perspective, right? Joe also said that SDC was a long. You know, Joe said that Trill was going to squeeze up. And so he was wrong about a lot of different stuff. You know what I mean? And so it's like, when he's right about one thing and then he tries to rub it in when it's like his last two picks were just flat out wrong, it starts to seem a little desperate, to be honest. And it's like, that's not what we need here. I don't need that toxicity. You know, I just want to trade, and you know, sometimes I'm gonna have to ban people that have been here for a little while in order to kind of weed out the toxic traits, you know. Yeah, no ego needed here. Yeah, for sure, man. That's not what we need. Like, that's the toxic part of trading, right? It's just the ego, man. It's like, I told you so. I was right, you were wrong, man. The market can do anything. One thing you learn is, like, the market can do anything. You know, It's one of those things where it's like some people just desperately need validation in their life is really what it is. Like some people desperately need that validation, and when you don't just constantly pay attention to them, they do stuff like that to try to get it, and it's just part of life, man. Some people have their own issues that they got to work on, and it is what it is, you know. AMRN, I'll check it out. And you know how I know I'm not the only one? Because when Joe originally came here, Joe said that he came here because he was banned in another chat. You know, that's why he actually came here. And so it's like, I know I'm not the only one that feels that way about Joe. It's not one of those things where if you want to be antagonistic to boost your ego, like this isn't the place for it, you know. I don't know, man. I'm not really, Alex, I'm not really the guy for that, bro. I don't want to tell you the wrong things. I don't know much about credit spreads and stuff, and so I'm not really the guy for that, brother. I'm just not one of those guys. That's not really necessarily how I trade, and so I don't want to act like I know what I'm talking about in that regard, in that kind of niche, because I don't, and I don't want to tell you the wrong thing, which is very possible if I start to try to give you credit spread advice, brother. So yeah, this probably is not the right place for that, man. We mostly day trade. I trade some options, but mostly day trading. And you know what's making it difficult is the market, man. Look at the SPY just chop sideways. Yeah, sorry, Alex. Like I said, I just try to be honest with people, and this isn't one of those areas where I think I know enough to really give advice on it. Sorry, brother. I'm not really seeing anything else I like. Well, we're gonna wait. AMD's kind of pulling that fake out type of move, so maybe if we get a break here, I'll consider it. Maybe. But if I do, it's gonna be small. Trade options, don't do the extra stuff though, only. LMPX? We'll see about that one, man. I'm still waiting on it. I appreciate it, Alex. Thank you, brother. Yeah, man, like I said, I just try to be real with people. And like I said, I think there's a few different... I'm just kind of hanging out. I don't see anything I really love right now. So that's why I'm kind of just rambling on a little bit more about maybe not so stock-related stuff. But we're going to wait and try to find something and take some swings once we see it. Maybe Shaq, although the only thing I don't like about Shaq is that it's possibly putting in... higher lows here. And you can see this upward ascending triangle kind of pattern here. It's got a flat top. It's got an upward ascending line. That's the only thing I don't really like about Shaq, although it does kind of look like a fade. So it's I'm torn between whether I want to attempt the fade, even though it's kind of breaking highs. I don't think I probably should, so I think I'll probably instead just wait and see what else we can find today. CGC didn't look bad either. But yeah, there's a few just toxic aspects of trading, right? One of them is the picks. The picks sector, where people give stock picks and they charge people for it. And, that's a very toxic aspect of trading. The other is, obviously guru courses. Some of them, not all of them. I shorted Tesla and BYND last night. Did all right. Yeah, BYND squeezed up today. But yeah, I'm looking at Shaq. But yeah, there's a lot of different toxic aspects of trading. We just try to keep them out of here. We're just a free resourcing community. We don't give picks. We don't sell courses, mRNA, if it pulls back, I might consider a bounce there. We'll see. Sports betting, same thing. Yeah, man. I've seen some bad. I don't know if you've ever seen the documentary. I think it's a Showtime documentary on sports betting. It's called what's it called? It's got that guru, man. He's so sleazy, bro. He's so sleazy, man. What's his name? Action is the name of the Showtime documentary on sports betting. Same exact thing. You got gurus that charge people for picks. And the issue here, the issue is the same thing with trading. Is that, yeah, they might be right sometimes, but when they're wrong, you'll never hear anything from them, right? They'll take your money regardless. And there's a conflict of interest there, and that's what the toxic aspect of sports betting is the same. And so, but it's a good documentary. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. It's called Action. Yeah, I'm watching Shaq, but we'll see what happens there. LK didn't look like a bad little bounce play, but I'm still watching Shaq. It just depends. If I get it now, I could risk this 50 cents up to 69, and I don't hate that, but I don't love it either. And so if it's not an A+ setup, I'm just going to wait, and then when I do see one, I'll probably take larger size. Yeah, it's called Action. Right, exactly. Young says traders should learn how to fish on their own. Absolutely. And when you become dependent on like a guru trying to give out stock picks, again, it just means that you're not ever going to evolve as a trader. You're going to be so dependent. Like, you're basically not doing anything. Oh, you pay for some guru to give you stock picks? That doesn't do anything, man. Like, you're not doing anything. Like, you could just learn it yourself. You know, if you don't think you're smart enough to learn it yourself, you might not want to do it at all, because if you're not smart enough to do it yourself, you're probably going to get taken advantage of by others. And that's the issue in the trading world, and that's what we try to kind of guard new traders against here, really. Yeah, there's the fade in Shaq. It's still following this upward trend line, though. Hey, you got this, Gideon. You got it. Remember, every day's a new day, and you got this. Yeah, I liked LK's little rejection there. But yeah, guys, like I said, it's just like, you know, and like I said, I kind of feel bad because I liked Joe. And Joe's been here for a while. He's very active. He's probably one of the most active guys in here. But the issue there lies in a lack of awareness, you know? It's like, listen, I know you want to be right, and sometimes when you're right, it feels good, but you can't put others down or sit there and try to, you know, rub it in when somebody loses. Like, every trader should have that awareness to where it's like, look, if somebody loses, you know, even if you were right and they were wrong, there's no need to just rub it in. You know, maybe wait a little while and rub it in. Don't immediately be like, haha, told you so, called it out live. It's like, how desperate for pride can you be, man? Like, just let it go, leave it alone. And that's what I said, I like Joe, but the dude just, he wants that validation so bad that he lacks the awareness to really kind of understand how it comes off. And that's the issue with it, man, you know, and it is what it is, you know. It's just part of trading, I guess. Trading brings in very egotistical people, and I guess it's just part of the life here. I'm looking at Shaq. If it bounces back to 68.45, we'll consider it. Again, with a risk off of like 69. If I got called out on all my bad trades, my phone would burn up. Absolutely, man. Like I said, I make good trades, I make bad trades. Even the best traders in the world are going to make bad trades. But you better believe, if the best traders in the world make bad trades, they damn sure don't want somebody saying, haha, I told you so. Like, that's what little kids do, man. You know what I mean? And we don't need that. Learn before you earn. Absolutely, Troy. 100%, man. LK, beautiful breakdown. Really solid. I'm still looking at Shaq here. One level I'm specifically watching here with Shaq is the previous closing price, which is right here at 45. And so that's a big level I'm watching, and I don't mind that level as well. Right now, though, we're just kind of following this trend here with Shaq that I drew earlier, right here. And it's still following it. Like, even if I go right here, go straight down, perfect upward trend line there. So that's the only issue I don't like about Shaq, is that that is a bullish sentiment there. So we'll see what happens. Why do you wait? Wait for what? Wait to trade more? Because I tend to perform much better later on in the day. And so I usually wait a little bit later on in order to take my swings. If I try to take too big of swings in that first hour or two, it's usually not the best time for me. I usually don't tend to perform that well. And so lately, at least, I've been waiting and taking my swings later on in the morning. Mostly just day trading, Gray. Sometimes I invest, but mostly just day trading, brother. Yeah, mRNA pulling back some. It's interesting, but I don't love it yet. We're gonna wait. MU's back to the VWAP, but again, with AMD dropping, I think I'm gonna wait for that one as well. I might wait for mRNA a little bit more. Yeah, so the previous closing price exactly is acting as resistance, and that's what I'm looking at, Young. That's what I'm looking at, brother. I'm looking at mRNA here, and I might take a few shares, slowly starting to scale into this one. If you're talking about why I enter, it's mostly due to I'm waiting for my preferred entry, before I jump in some of these. So I could probably jump in with like 100 shares of mRNA and then try to scale in a little bit more. Down here at like 55 or so. We do have some resistance at 75, but I might be able to take that profit depending on where my entry is. So I might jump in a little bit early. SIG as well, SIG. Much larger range for SIG though. Yeah, 100% Young. NK. Oof, yeah, look at NK, man. This is one I might buy a put option if they have one. Let me check Robinhood for it. They do have options. I wonder how much a put is. Nah, not favorable enough. There's a $7.50 put, there's a $5 put, but none of those are good. I like the $7.50 one much better. It's just an expensive option. I mean, I might buy a put option at $7.50. I don't hate that at all. I actually like that. Dude, look at CGC fade. Never got the entry though. Alright, so here's the drop with mRNA. My risk here is about 45 right here. Big spread though, small position. I actually really like it though here, still. So maybe I'll be able to add a little bit more for this bounce play. I'm gonna add 200 shares here. And let it work down to my risk. Problem is the spread right now though, really. Spread's kind of 3 to 5 cents on the spread. Yeah, kind of how I feel too. Tough day. Market sideways. Not really the best. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at an NK put option at 750 with expiry date in February, late February. So I actually really like that one because it's such a late expiry date that, you know, the potential to make money is there. Problem is, it was like a few $100. Also, guys, remember to hit that subscribe button. You know, we do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. We day trade the open, showing you guys all aspects of our trading. And so if you appreciate what we do here, just being a free resource and community, not being experts, not being gurus, hit the subscribe button. You know, I really love to break 17,000 subscribers within the next 2 weeks if we can before the end of the month. And so if you guys want to help me do that, hit the subscribe button already, guys. We got a lot of new subs today, specifically Myora, Arthur, Music. So I appreciate the love, team. Appreciate the support. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. We do this live for free every day. How to find a motivation every day to get up and trade? I mean, I run this channel, so I gotta be up. You know what I mean? That's enough motivation. But yeah, I think you gotta. I think when you start to make money, that's the motivation you need, and so it's really about finding the motivation when you're not profitable. When you're not profitable, it's hard to find the motivation. You gotta just love doing it, though. You gotta genuinely love doing it, and I think I don't think it's for everybody for sure. I think it takes time. I know I'm long on mRNA. Like I said, risk is down here at 45 or so. But yeah, we're anticipating a $0.50 bounce and then a move up to 70 if we can get it. I documented that line. That line was drawn by me. So I can draw another one here if I want. I can draw another one here. You know, here. Documenting the support and resistance here. Here. So yeah, I'm just drawing these lines myself. Hey, appreciate the sub, Danny. What's up, brother? Appreciate the sub, man. Hit that subscribe button, team. Thank you, brother. If you click the bell, you'll get a notification every time we go live. And so click the subscribe button if you haven't. Hit that bell if you haven't already as well. How many likes today? We got 53 likes, guys. I'd really love to bring that number up to over 100. Yesterday, you know, we had over 100 likes. If you could help me bring that like count over 100, guys, help support what we do here. Appreciate the support, team. But yeah, help me hit that like button, guys. We got 54 likes. Let's keep growing. Let's keep pushing. You like calling me? Somebody said they like this song. So shout out to them. Alright, there's the move. We'll see what we get. Alright, there's a nice little breakout. Hey, appreciate it, bro. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We're getting a little bit of a bounce on mRNA. Alright, there we go. Nice little breakout. We're just gonna let this work. Alright, we're getting a move up here. We're about break even in this trade. I actually, honestly, to be honest, guys, I really don't like this trade. And the reason I don't like it is because I'm right in the middle range here. We might run into some 75 resistance, so unless I'm planning to add back at the bottom here, I use OBS futures. I use OBS. Alright, so here's actually a big pullback. I would add... Okay, here, I gotta get out of this. This is squeezing big now. I'll let it bounce off of 45. This is really my exit right here. Make sure I got it, yeah. But yeah, it's been a tough few weeks, honestly, guys. Huge 26. Somebody must be unloading a fairly large position because I'm pretty sure mRNA is a low floater. So I think somebody's unloading a big position here. It's at my risk. Still watching it, but... Oof. Yeah, there we go. I'm out. Yeah, no stress, futures. No worries, brother. But yeah, it's been a tough few days, honestly. It's been a tough few weeks. Alright, so I know somebody was asking me how to upload my trades to TraderView, so let me go ahead and do that. Hold on. Yeah, so I think I got out of mRNA at the right time. And NK still ripping up here. Tough day here. But yeah, let me go ahead and upload my stats to TraderView. Somebody was asking me about it earlier and how I do it. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. So let's see. We got a TraderView here. Alright, we go to reports view. So this is my trades for the last few months. This is my trades for this month so far, which is not that great. Right? And so let's delete... I don't know, we'll start, what's today? The 16th. So, we'll just start on this week, I guess. And we'll delete all of these. Start on December 9th, that sounds reasonable. Alright, we're just going to delete all of these. We're going to delete... So you can only do it by week. That's why I'm doing this. Delete. You can also, guys, see you might watch me the last 2 weeks and be like, "Man, John sucks." Really, I'm just in a slump, and that's fine. Let me see. All right, so we went ahead and deleted all of the last few weeks of trading up until December 9th. I was trying to pick about 5 weeks, and so if we pull out TEFs. we can, first off, you want to go, can you guys see this? Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, here we go. All right, so you go to TEFs and you go to trade, and then you go to historical data trades, right? We're going to select that date range, which is, what was it, the 9th, right? And so we're going to go to December 9th, starting on this week. And we're going to go to December 13th. So the 9th through the 13th, we'll filter, export, and we'll say 9 to 14. See, 9-14 is what I put. We'll save. Exporting successful. Then we go to Trader View, and you go to Import Trades, and you select 9 through 14. We upload, refresh, 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 refresh. All right, so you see that week, that first week, I made $671.60 for that first week. All right, then we're going to go do the same thing with the next week. So we go to historical data, trades. Where did it go? Is it here? I just can't see it. Probably so. Here it is. All right, and so we go from the 16th through the 20th. We're going to filter, export. We'll do 16 through 20. Save. All right, same thing. We go to import trades, choose file, quick access, 16 through 20. Oh wait, you guys can't see this. 16 through 20. There you go. We select that, upload, same thing. All right, you can see that week I made like $2,000 and something on that week, on the 16th through the 20th. All right, so that's another week. We're gonna go up to this and we're gonna select the 23rd through the 27th. We're gonna filter 23 through 27, save. All right, so we got that. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna import trades, do 23 to the 27. You can see I'm selecting that. We go to upload, refresh, refresh, refresh. See if it works. There we go. So it looks like that week I might have made like a little bit. I might have lost a little bit that week as well. All right, and then we're gonna do, what are we at? The 27th, right? All right, and then so now we're gonna do the 30th through what? The 30th through the 3rd. Filter. We're gonna do 30-3. Save. Minimize this, import trades, same thing. 30-3, select that. You see 30-3 there, same thing. We're gonna upload. All right, so it looks like we made a little bit of money that week, like $200-300. And this is after I scaled down, obviously. And now we're gonna go same thing. We're gonna do the 6th through the 10th. And this will be the second to last week. We'll do 6 through 10. Save. We're going to import. Choose file. 6 to 10. Same thing. Upload. Refresh. 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 Let's let it load. There we go. All right. Looks like I was about break even that week, which is kind of how I've been so far in January. I've really been mostly break even. We're going to go to the last week here, which is the 13th through today. And we're just going to put 16 on there. 13th through today, export. 13th through TD for today. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, that's right. All right. 13th through TD. All right. And this should be the last importing for the last few months, or for the last 5 weeks or so. All right, refresh, refresh. All right, and that's it. All right, so I've effectively uploaded the last 5 weeks to my Trader View, right? We look at my reports. This has been the last 5 weeks of my trading, and it's good. It's a great graph. It really is. I'm happy with it, but I've been in a little bit of a slump since really mid-December, late December, and so I've been slightly going up, but after commissions, it's about break even. Part of the problem is I need to scale up in size, and I've been trading kind of wimpy. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, you know, but that's how you upload your trades to Trader View. Somebody asked me about that this morning, and I told him I would get to it. And so I hope you see how you do it. But yeah, that's how you do it. If we look at my details here, you know, I'm running about 55% accuracy, 54%. I have good profit factor of 2 to 1 or better, and my largest gain was over $1,000. My largest loss has been $148. All right, see you, Jake. Later, brother. My average winning trade is 67, and my average losing trade is 40. So really good risk reward. Really happy with that. And yeah, I'm actually holding my winners longer than my losers as well. And so those are my kind of market stats the last few weeks. And I'll definitely take them, but it's been a tough week or two. But if you think I'm just a bad trader because it's been a tough week or two, again, you can look at my stats and see that I've actually been pretty profitable the last month. It's just I've been in a little slump, and slumps do happen for sure. Slumps certainly happen, and maybe I'm in one now. I guess I am probably in one, and it is what it is. I mean, slumps are gonna be there, and you can let them affect you or you can not, and I just got to get over it. You know what I mean? Where'd it go? Let me attach this back, actually. There we go. Alright. I'm kind of looking at LK here. I just want to figure out where my risk is going to be for that one. SDC really faded nicely there, and SIG is still bouncing up a little bit. I appreciate it, Rob. Thank you, brother. Yeah, but like I said, my stats are good, man. My stats are good. I'm not doing terrible. I've been in a slump the last few weeks. But overall, my stats are good, and I've made a lot of money, and my account's well into the profit, and so I'm happy with it, but... Yeah, dude. This dude Joe just sent Mitch a huge crazy message. He's so upset, man. He's so upset. Oh, man. Like I said, guys, we just like I said, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but it's like, look, if you don't have the awareness to realize you shouldn't rub it in when somebody has a losing trade, I don't know what to tell you, man, Yeah, exactly, Futures. Exactly right, man. And that's why it's like Joe tried to say I was a bad trader in his latest comment, and it's like, you guys saw me. I just uploaded this live, man. I just uploaded this live. This was all live. I uploaded this live. I can't fake what I just did. I uploaded that live, and so those are my stats. So I mean, you could say I'm a bad trader, but my graph says different. You know what I mean? My graph says different, and so it is what it is. People would try to justify acting like they do, and it is what it is. I'm still looking at LK. We'll see what happens. Watching it here, and if it can get up to 4730s, I might consider it. But I'm just gonna wait until we get that set up. Maybe I should have jumped in SIG. SIG doesn't look bad. We'll see what happens with that one. Yeah, like I said, guys. Again, and I'm not trying to like rant about it. I just don't see any trades I like, so we can sit here and BS about it. But it's like, come on, man. Like, if you don't have the awareness to be like, hey, that guy just lost in a trade, I'm not gonna rub it in just because I'm desperate for validation. Like, let's not rub it in. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have that awareness, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. And like I said, it was a $27 loss. I'm not super upset about it. But if you're gonna, like I said, Joe had 2 call-outs prior to that were both just flat out wrong. And this isn't the first time. Like he was, one day he was like, AMD's gonna break this high. And I was like, I don't know, man. AMD looks like a short. And he just kept pushing it, and he kept pushing it. AMD's gonna break this high. AMD's gonna break this high. And then AMD had like one of the worst days I've ever seen. It broke ridiculously below where he said it was. It was just did the exact opposite of what he said. The next day, silence. Never said a word about it. Instead, went on to his next live call out pick, and it's just kind of like, bro, get out of here, man. Like, you want to make picks, make your own channel, brother. But we're against that, man. I'm not for traders trying to give out live picks. Like, I don't think any trader should even copy me. I let people watch me so they can see what it's actually like. I'm using the VWAP, Lamond. I'm using the VWAP. It's the volume weighted moving average. And And it doesn't matter. Like I said, it doesn't matter. Like I said, I liked Joe. He's using a bunch of vulgarity at me and like cursing me out and calling me all these names. He's clearly upset, probably because I called him out on his, you know, his issues there, which are a complete desperate attempt, like desperate for validation and pride. You know, when you get that desperate for pride that you're going to put others down, it might not be the best place for you. And I think, like I said, I think trading kind of brings people with that type of ego to it. And I think you got to have a good ego in trading. But I think as you get better at trading, you'll realize that giving out picks isn't the option. Nobody really, the only people that really care about, you know, people giving out picks are the people that don't know enough yet. And I would suggest people that do that to really start learning it for yourself, because, you know, I might tell you the wrong thing, Mitch might tell you the wrong thing, and we don't really want anybody necessarily copying us. So it's just part of it, man. It's just part of it. But people are fickle. You know what I mean? Yeah, no stress, King. I got you, bro. Caveman, like I said, I'm just kind of BSing right now because I don't see any setups, bro. I don't see anything. And so, and plus I was responding to Eagles talking about Joe's stats. But yeah, I don't see anything I like right now. I'm just waiting. And so, yeah, I mean, like I said, it's 10:30. It's late in the morning. We're going to wait for some setups. Maybe I'll find some. Maybe I won't. But I also don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with just kind of talking, you know. There's nothing else to do. We're going to watch the market, but I don't see any setups that I really like. If LK keeps climbing, I might consider it. But we'll see, you know. We'll see. Yeah, no stress, King. I got you, man. But yeah, that's how you do it. He's so upset. He's so upset. He's still commenting on Mitch's stuff. Mitch is messing with me. He's like, but wait, look, there's more. Can I explain my buying window? Yeah, sure, bro. Do you mean, okay, so let me ask you this question. Do you mean like what's my window for buying or selling a stock? Like where do I enter stocks, or do you mean my executing platform here? So which one? Let me know which one. I'll break either of them down, brother. I got you. The platform, okay, so yeah, so I mean, this is, you can change your share price. That's what I do. You can go up or down in share size. You can change the type of position, like limit, market, range, stop. If you want to set a stop loss, you do it there. If you're buying, I mean, here's the level 2, so the bid and the ask price, basically where do you want to enter. Account manager, I'm down today. I'm down 68 bucks. Still about $1,630 in profit, and so well into the profit. And yeah, I mean, that's basically me today. But yeah, this is just my trading window. I can select the stock here. These are the stocks I've watched. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. If I want to select my position, I'm not holding one right now. Yeah, that's basically it. What's my daily max loss? A few $100 maybe. Definitely not anywhere close to what I'm at now. I might take one more trade on LK here. Maybe one more or trade on stream. We'll see. Jump in with like 20 shares here and maybe ride this one down. Maybe risk off of that 48 level, 47 level, which is fine. What I mean is 47.50 is what I'm going to risk off of with this LK trade, I think. Roku back up to the VWAP. Yeah, no stress, Brad. Yosemite's in something. Let me see. Where's he at? LK doesn't look bad. I kind of want bigger sizing, but my entry's not right for it. So that's the biggest thing. Yeah, the issue here is like if we look at the SPY's just sideways choppy. Like look how sideways the SPY is today, and that is making it very difficult to trade, unfortunately. Also, guys, remember to hit that sub button if you haven't. We do this live for free every weekday morning right here on YouTube. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell. We day trade the open for free right here on YouTube. So yeah, show your support for what we do here. We are not experts here. We are not gurus. We're not going to give you hot stock picks, live picks. We're just going to day trade and let you guys watch us if you want. And so hit that subscribe button if you haven't. If you click the bell, it'll give you an alert every single time we go live, which is, again, every weekday morning. So hit that sub button if you haven't. Let's see. I'm in LK. Let's squeeze it up. Maybe I'll get a little bit better position here for LK. I'll be able to add a little bit more. Jump back in with another 20 shares. And this, like I said, this will probably be my last trade for right now. Close it down after this. Not really, Young. Not really. Not really much of a long-term investor, brother. Not saying there's any. I think long-term investing, especially like the Warren Buffett method, was probably the best form, the higher percentage form of investing there is. Hey, nice, Jonathan. Hey, congrats, brother. But yeah, I'm not much of a. I got an IRA account. I usually have somebody else do that for me.
there's 14s. Maybe I'll add a little bit more here, try to scale into this one, and then set my risk. Again, my risk is up here at 47. And so not a bad risk. I think it's actually a pretty easy small trade. We'll let it work a little bit, but if this one doesn't work out, it's just not my day. It's been a good week. I've had 2 green days, 2 red days, so not a bad week, a profitable week at least. And, you know, we'll see if we can find anything else that looks good. But probably going to close it down after this stream, just giving everybody a heads up. Not really seeing too much I really love. And so, yeah, just kind of hanging out. Alright, well, we got a really nice drop in LK here. It looks good. I might scale in with 40 shares, let it work. We'll see though. Alright, so I just jumped in with another 40 shares. I'm risking about $40 after this, so I might lose like 120, 110 bucks if I lose on this one, which is perfectly fine, very small. Here we go, there's some downward movement. I wanted to get in with, looking at my share size relative to the range, I wanted to get in with a little bit bigger size, anticipating hopefully a drop below 78, but if it gets down there, I could probably take half off at least, and so that's why I added a little bit more. Just gonna be patient with it. If the screen is blurry, just refresh, brother. Just hit the refresh button. You should be good. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. My wife's asking me something. Alright, sorry. My wife's trying to talk me into going to the gym again today. I guess we'll go. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I had to pause it for. LK, somebody's asking why I got an LK. Just lower highs, lower lows, downward trend. Nice pullback to the VWAP is really what it is. Bring your girl up here and the views will skyrocket. Yeah, man, she was on last week. Yeah, she came on stream last week. So yeah, she comes on stream sometimes. She learns to trade. Yep. Yeah, I go almost every day. I go at least like 4 times a week. But I told her I don't know what to do. You know, yesterday I kind of did everything because I hadn't been in a few days. So I did I did triceps, chest, biceps, and quads. You know, so it's like I don't know what I'm gonna do at the gym today. My wife's like, "Oh, we'll do core." It's like, I guess, you know, but it's not good to work out the same muscle 2 days in a row. So we'll see. Yeah, no worries, Steve. Roku? Let me see. Yeah, I mean, Roku's down. I mean, it might bounce off those lows, but really big downtrend there for that one. Yeah, I think you got to, I can release some frustration. But yeah, because like I said, people don't realize how stressful trading on stream is. Like, it's super stressful to have hundreds of people watching you when you trade. And I've been doing it for years, so I'm a little bit more used to it than others. But it's super stressful, man. It's super stressful to stream live. And specifically with day trading, more than anything else. Like video games, yeah, it sucks when you lose. But when you're trading, it's like money, you know? You work out your core anyway. Yeah, I guess. Oh, also, guys, y'all want to use the same scanners as we do. I'll post this link. We've actually got a bunch of people that signed up through our link, so shout out to anybody that did trade ideas and signed up through our link. I'll post it here. A lot of benefits to using them. You know, you can build your own scans around different strategies and vice versa. And so I think they make sense and they can pay for themselves. You can also use promo code BT15 to get 15% off. Great way to help support what we do here in our channel here. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. Yeah, I mean, that's what I usually do, Young, but it's like I didn't think I would go to the gym today because honestly I've been like almost every day. What I'll probably do is I only did 2 sets of quads yesterday, so I'll probably just do legs today since my legs are the only thing that's not really that sore. And so I'll probably just do squats. I'll do squats and calves is probably what I'll do today, because yesterday it was like, oh, I haven't done legs in a week, I better do legs. But then my wife, at that point, she was like done, and so I only had 2 sets of legs, and so I'll probably just do legs today. Is probably what I'll do. But yeah, go check out Trade Ideas, best scanners in trading. You check them out. Check out the link. You can use promo code BT15, get 15% off. Also, guys, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link. There's a lot of good benefits to using them. Specifically, there's no PDT rule. You can day trade and short using them. And it also comes with a course, a demo account, chat room access, a lot of benefits for new traders to get started. And like I said, it's just a cheaper way to get started, in my opinion. Instead of depositing thousands into a conventional package, into a conventional platform, you can instead spend $3.99. Get 14,000 in buying power to trade with. Comes with a course, a demo account, and chat room access. And I think it's just the cheapest way to get started. It's much cheaper to go this route for a new trader, especially, than to deposit a few $1,000s into another discount platform where you're going to be paying hundreds of dollars for their platform alone. And, you know, this is literally $400. You get a lot of stuff with it. I think it just makes sense. It also gets you around the PDT rule. So there's the link for that if you want to check that out. What gym you go to? I don't know if I'm gonna say that, you know. What you picking up on the weights? Bench, probably about like 210, 205, 210 max. Not like a ton, but not like a small amount either. I could probably, you know, do like 200, like, I don't know, 10, 15 reps of it. Squats, like maybe 250 max, not that much. Definitely have weaker legs. Biceps per arm, I probably can curl max like, I don't know, 45 pounds, maybe 50 pounds. So yeah, that's about it. Like I say, I'm not acting like I'm swole, but what I usually do when I go to the gym is I run a mile and then I go work out afterwards. I stopped doing cardio. I might add a little bit more to LK here and take my little swing. We'll see. I'm gonna add another 100 shears position. Like I said, I'm still risking off of that 50. That's right, Young. Joe might pop up there, man. He's super mad, bro. You should see the messages he's sending Mitch. He's so upset. He's so upset. And like I said, I'm not even upset. Like, I feel bad. But again, in trading, you gotta have awareness, right? And one of the things you gotta have awareness is it's like nobody likes to lose, and taunting them or rubbing it in when they lose is not appropriate, and it's not what anybody wants to hear. And so even though you might be desperate to give yourself points and desperate to give yourself credit and desperate for other people to see how good of a trader you are, the last thing anybody wants to hear is, I told you so. You know, there's no need for that. You got to have some awareness and have some like respect to like everybody else, because, you know, I think in trading sometimes people desperately want that validation, you know. And like I said, Mitch and I have actually talked about banning Joe before. And so this has been kind of a long time coming with it. He's very active here. But again, he's active with, I gave you this live pick 30 minutes ago, and I did this pick 20 minutes ago, gave it all live. Like, he's just pumping himself up. And at a certain point, you got to just be like, look, bro, like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. We're going to trade how we trade, man. He trades completely different than I do. And so it's just one of those things where you just got to have some type of like adult awareness about it. And if you don't have that, it ain't going to work here. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm in short LK. Like I said, I'm risking off of this high up here, which is also the pre-market high at 50. And so I got about 20 more cents. I might lose like 150 on the day, and that's all right. But yeah, that's what I'm in now. I'm just going to base it off of this high right here. And like I said, I've been sucking lately. I've been trading terribly. But again, I mean, if you look at my graphs, I uploaded this live too. Like, if you look at my graphs, like, that's my trading the last few months, and it's not a bad graph. You know, the last like 5 weeks, I've had 5 losing days in gross profit. And so, you know, it is what it is. Slumps are gonna happen, and I've definitely been having a rough go at it the last few weeks for sure. But slumps are gonna happen to everybody. The best traders in the world are going to have slumps, and I'm not trying to act like I'm the best trader in the world, but everybody's going to go through slumps where they do worse than they usually do. Nobody's just going to kill it all the time. It's not a realistic expectation. And so, you know, it's one of the reasons, like, at moments like this are the reasons I'm very happy that we are just a free resourcing community, that we never claim to be experts. We never claim to be gurus, because that'll just add too much unnecessary pressure. and I like to keep it pressure free in here. You know, that's one of the reasons Joe's gone, is because I like to keep it pressure free. You know, if I feel like Joe's always going to be waiting there telling me I told you so, then he's going to be a toxic part of the chat, and he just needs to get out of here. You know, and like I said, the fact that he's so mad at me shows that he doesn't understand what he's doing wrong. He doesn't get it. You know, I think it takes a really mature person to be introspective enough to be like, hey, that's true. Maybe I should work on that. And I know for me specifically, being pretty emotional about trading happens. You know, that's something I definitely got to work on. I get emotional about haters. I get emotional about all that stuff because this is something that it took years to build for me. And so it's something that's very valuable to me. But again, I know for sure there's one thing I could really work on doing, which is not dwelling on that so much. I know sometimes the chat just doesn't want to hear it, and I get it. You know, 100% that's my fault. But this isn't one of those situations where I think I'm necessarily wrong here. I think, and I've had it before where I kind of get into it with people, and then I look back after being kind of introspective and like, yeah, I was wrong there, and I'll apologize to them. This is not one of those situations. This is one of those situations where it's like, dude, if you think that it's appropriate to just kind of taunt somebody and tell you that I told you so after they lose, you don't have that awareness that you need, man. You know, we don't need that here. You know what I mean? My entry with LK is, I think my entry is like 47.10 right here. I could look. Yeah, 47.12 is my entry. Yeah, 100%, Jonathan. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. You too, man. Yeah, like I said, I love our community here, man. It's one of my favorite things in the world, bro. You know, I love it here. And so I really enjoy having it. And like I said, it feels good to not be an expert. You know what I mean? It feels really good. Because I don't have that pressure. I can lose today and not sweat it, you know. All right, we're getting a squeeze up. Like I said, I can let it test this 47.50 level. Just not one of those days. One of those days, it's a tough day for me because the SPY is just completely sideways. Oh, we found who created a new account. Yeah. The Spectacular, you realize I'm like $1.5 thousand in profit in this account, right? You realize even this week, I've had 2 green days, 2 red days, so I'm actually break even this week. But yeah, you can tell who's back. I'm not going to say who it is or make any assumptions, but you obviously haven't been paying attention. Yeah, exactly, Young. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like I said, if you think I'm blowing this account, like I said, at this point, it's humorous. Like I said, I'm like $1.5 thousand, maybe a little bit over that in profit. And so yeah, I've grown this account super well. If you missed it, the Spectacular, you must have missed me uploading this graph earlier today. That I uploaded this live, so I can't fake it. I uploaded it live. I showed every aspect of it. Rewind the stream if you want. But this is my P&L graph from the last 5 weeks, bro. So keep trying, man. You know. I use Trade Idea scanners, John. You can check them out here if you want to help support us. I make a commission if you sign up, but if you want to check it out, help support us, I'll post this here. But yeah, if y'all want to see my account balance as well, just to see, this is my account balance here. It's $1,638 in profit, actually. So yeah, I got a lot of profit. You know, even if I lose $400 today, I'm still well into the profit. It's just a little pullback on my profit, honestly, and those happen. If you think those don't happen in trading, you don't understand trading. You know. And we still have some room. Like I said, this was today's one of those days. Some days are just not good for my style of trading, and today might be one of those days. If you look at the SPY is just kind of chopping over and under the VWAP. If you look at the SPY, just up over the VWAP, below the VWAP, over the VWAP, below the VWAP. And so the SPY's not picking a trend unless you consider it a sideways trend. So just not super favorable, and that's okay. What is this? This is okay. What's up, Sid? Oh, wait, there we go. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, and it's been tough, man. It's been tough. Like I've been in a little slump for sure. But if you think I'm losing every day, you know, like this is my prior. Well, let's start it. What was the start of this week? The 13th, right? I mean, this is me this week. You know what I mean? I ended up in gross profit every day except for today so far this week. And like I said, I uploaded these live earlier. So yeah, another losing day makes 0 cents. You know, and yeah, I mean, my loss is bigger than my wins for sure, but most of those wins were kind of comeback wins after I was losing. And so, what's up, Sid? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've had heavy fingers today too, man. It is what it is, though. I mean, it's not the best day, obviously, but again, I mean, this is my first losing day in gross profits. That is a little bit misleading, though, and I will say that because I've lost a few times, and even though my profits were up in gross, my net profits were down, so it's part of it. But yeah, I'm just risking off of this 50 level. Yeah. Yeah, no stress, Jared. I try. It's hard, but I try. Like I said, I think it's human nature. You know, I think it's human nature, and I think that in the end, I think we have a lot of enemies here because people don't like the fact that we criticize the guru culture of trading and the course selling in trading, and so I think that puts a lot of targets on us specifically because we criticize that aspect of it. I might get squeezed out of here at LK and then call it a day. My wife's been bugging me to go to the gym, so maybe I'll go with her and just finish the day. But yeah, it's definitely been a tough week. It hasn't been the greatest, I'll say that. It hasn't been my favorite week so far. You know, I'll say that for sure. mRNA looks, I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to trade anymore. I might just eat the loss and come back another day. Yeah, it is what it is, Sid. I mean, like I said, it's human nature. People, insecurity reigns supreme with humans, and so, you know what I mean? Insecurity's out there, and people get insecure for whatever reason, and that reflects on, you know, that comes to us sometimes, and it is what it is. We're getting pretty close to getting stopped out. And again, like I said, it's been a tough week. I'm not going to act like it hasn't been a hard week. But again, though, I uploaded this graph live, and I'm still well into the profit in my account. So I can't get super upset at a tough week, because tough weeks will happen, certainly. Getting close to getting squeezed out here. I'll let it test the $0.50, which we're about to now. But like I said, 150 loss on the day maybe, and that'll be manageable. We're gonna let it test this level though. Hopefully get rejected. Yeah, I almost bought a put option on NK. Honestly, I didn't end up doing it, but I was really genuinely thinking about buying a put option on NK. All right, so we tapped that previous resistance once at 4750. That was my risk, and so we did get a little bit of a confirmation there now. Still a long way to go before I'm in the profit. But again, when I got into this trade, I talked about 4750 being my risk, and so we'll let it test, but not looking great. Yeah, 100% JB, and I think that's about right. I think that's the right way to look at it. I think so many traders think that they're going to take a course and they're just immediately going to be profitable, and I think for most it takes years, and so I think that's the correct way to look at it. I think for most people it's going to take years to be successful, and nobody thinks it's going to. Everybody thinks they're going to take a guru's course and they're going to just be rich next month by the help of the guru, and of course that's what the gurus want you to think. But the reality is, regardless of what course you take, you're probably going to lose money for a few years before you win. And that's okay, because it'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life. You just gotta put the work in for it. Where did you get your options training? I don't really have much options training. I'm just kind of horsing around and playing with some of them. My biggest thing is that I'm just looking for overextended daily charts, and then I'm buying longer term put options on them. That's all I'm doing. And really, I've been about break even. I accidentally bought 2 of my TRIL puts, short term puts, but my long term puts are well into the profit. And so we're gonna wait and see what happens with TRIL. But regardless, I'm buying cheap puts, like $30 puts. So if I lose, I'll be all right with those 2. Yeah. I think everybody thinks that starting off, right? Everybody thinks that they're going to be the outlier that just makes $1 million. And again, I think part of it is guru marketing. I think part of it is guru marketing. And some people eat it up, and I did too. I was watching, you better believe, I was watching Tim Sykes videos when I first got started, watching Lamborghinis and stuff. But you soon realize it ain't like that. It ain't like that, bro. What's the site, JB? Yeah, right. Young, that's how it is with everybody, bro. All right, look, I'm at my risk. Probably going to get stopped out. But no, everybody thinks they're going to just be a billionaire, man. They're like, oh, I'm going to take this guru's course. I'm going to be driving a Lamborghini next month. I'm going to show everybody that doubted me they were wrong. Everybody thinks that, right? Give them 2 weeks with a real account. They're going to be crying when they lose money. And that's part of it, man. That's part of it. Yeah, go ahead, JB. You can post it if it'll allow you. It might allow you. It might not. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're right at my risk. I'll let it go 2-3 cents over the risk, but that's it. Just because this is the risk level I gave myself at 47.50. About to break it here. I can see it's going to get at least 1 cent over. It just depends on how far it breaks over it. Alright, well, it broke down a little bit. we're really battling this $half level, this 47.50. My hand's over the cover button, but man, we're really battling it. I'm watching the level too closely here. We'll see if we can break it, but and I'm trying to wait for LK here, but it's right at the determining level that I gotta be, I gotta pay very close attention to it. I can't really look away because if this breaks, it could break hard. And so I kind of gotta just leave my hand over the cover button just in case it breaks big. Alright, there's 52s. Yeah, see, I looked the other way for a second. There's 52s. I'll let it test this high, but I gotta get out pretty quickly here. Again, it can break 2 or 3 cents above it, but if it really squeezes, I gotta jump out. And the reason I let it test here is because sometimes we are gonna get a quick rejection back below it, just to kind of stop out people that set it right at the whole dollar. And so, like I said, hand over the cover button, but yeah, I'm out. That's the break I did not want. Yeah, the reason I don't is because stops can be manipulated, right? I think that a lot of times people set stops right here at this $half, and a lot of times you're going to get stopped out and it's going to come right back down. And so in order to kind of protect my trade, I choose to play it by ear, but it's all personal preference, you know. It's all preference. Sometimes people like to set hard stops, some people like to set mental stops, and as long as you're really paying attention to it, I think that's fine. I got out before this squeeze up to 60, so I think that's fine the way I handled it. It's all preference. Some people prefer hard stops, some people don't. And yeah, again, if we look at the market, today's probably not the best day. SPY is just completely sideways, and it's just very difficult to trade when the overall market, especially mid and high cap stocks, are just not picking trends. And that's what we got today, so no stress. Yeah, there we go. Alright, but guys, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Again, if you want to join my team for the World Series of Day Trading, I'll post this links. They did give me hard links now that we can use. And so I'll post these links here if you want to check it out. Again, it's completely free to apply to and enter, and we're just a free resource and community here for new traders. And so if you want to join my team, I'll post this link. It's a great way to kind of be part of our team here. And so there's the link if you want to join my team. The way the competition works, especially last time, our team came in second last time. And the top 3 traders in my team alone win packages. The top 20 traders in the overall competition win packages. It's completely free to apply to and enter. They give you a demo account to trade with for 6 trading days. And the traders that do the best win free packages. Again, it's completely free. I'll be live streaming it with Mitch live right here. So join my team, guys. I hope you'll be a part of it with me. Yeah, 100% young, and that's exactly why I do it. Is that people they'll see your stop order, they'll stop you out on purpose. But again, with me, it's mostly it's all preference, right? Some people said hard stops, some people said mental stops, and again, like I know it's really easy to kind of see me trade today and be like, oh man, John's making bad decisions or John's losing, and that might be true, right? Maybe that is true, but overall, I've done pretty solid the last few months, and you know, I just got to keep moving forward. You know what I mean? Like, slumps are going to happen in trading. If I could leave you guys with anything, like, slumps will happen. Like, you will lose. Your strategy won't work certain weeks. And maybe my biggest mistake is trading too much during this slump while the market's kind of sideways. And maybe it is what it is. Maybe I'm trading the wrong stocks. I haven't been doing terrible. Today's the biggest loss I've taken in a few weeks, and that's okay. Because in the last month, I've had 5 losing days in gross profit. You know, I built this account up to $1.6 thousand in profit. And yeah, I pulled back some after my highest profit. I think I had it up to like 2 point something. But I still built this account. I'm still growing. I'm still working with it. And losing days, weeks, months are going to happen. Slumps are going to happen. Every day is not just going to be a continuous green streak. It's just not like that. And I think part of that is like traders think because that's how they're marketed, that sometimes people are going to market all that to them, that's kind of how it goes, and it's really not. You know, it's just not how trading is, and you got to be prepared for those slumps. The best way I can describe it is like poker, right? You're going to have positive variance, you're going to have negative variance. Sometimes you're going to do good, sometimes you're going to do bad, but if you're a good enough poker player, over the long run, it'll even itself out and you'll be profitable. Same thing with trading. You're going to have good weeks, bad weeks, but if you're a good enough trader over the long run, like I have been at least, I'm still well into my profits and I'm still making money. And that's part of it. And so you got to look at it from that perspective. The people that promote constant green streaks, constant green days, again, are usually trying to sell you something. And so yeah, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here as well. It's a great way to help support us. You know, like I said, we're just completely free here, and we post referral links to keep everything free. And so if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post that link. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade short stocks, get 14K with their base package, which is $3.99, and it's just a cheap way to get started. If you want to use the same scanners as us, I'll post this link. You can check them out too. Let me find it. There we go. You can use this link if you want to check them out. Great way to help support us as well. And yeah, guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Click the bell. We go live every weekday morning. Yeah, it's I mean, it depends on how you look at it. It's kind of like a prop firm, right? So they give you 14K in buying power. There's no PDT rule, but they're going to take 30% of your profits, like a prop firm would. And then there's a max loss of 700, so they don't eat too many losses. But again, you're paying $3.99 for the package, and so it's ridiculously cheap. And you're basically becoming a contractor for them. And I think that's how it works. It's like you become a contractor for them. That's how they get around the PDT rule. And yeah, there's some other stuff, so do your research. Of course, I'm biased because I post referral links, but I think it makes sense for new traders. Remember to hit that subscribe button, guys. Did we break over 100 likes? We did. We got 80 likes. Let's bring that like button up to over 100, team. We're at 79 likes. Bring that like up. Let's get over 100 real quick before we close it down. And yeah, guys, good luck. I'm going to go to the gym with my wife, hang out, and, you know, go have a good day, guys. So hit that like button if you haven't. Click the bell. Show your support for what we do here. And, yeah, good luck in the markets, guys. Yeah, it's $3.99. All right, Sid, have a good day, brother. Yeah, LK, and that's why, you know, it got up to 77, so it got well above where I was willing to risk. And again, it's one of those days where it just might not be my day. The SPY is very choppy. And you can see, like, right when LK started dropping, the SPY started dropping. And so it's just one of those days where the SPY itself is not respecting the VWAP, which means it's in a neutral or choppy trend. And so stocks are going to kind of follow suit a lot of the time. It's going to be a little bit harder for my style of trading, which is okay. Days like I said, days like this are going to happen. See ya, team. Later, guys.